Okay, come on, YouTube. I believe in you.
It appears we're live, ladies. Here we are. Yeah, we're all waiting for like the feed to start on YouTube so we can hit mute.
Exactly. Mute. All right.
YouTube doesn't let us live. Yep, there it is. Okay, boom. Hey, people.
Hey, y'all.
How are you guys? Sorry, I'm off screen. I worked a little bit later than usual today, and I need foods. So I'm eating, and I'm sure y'all don't want to see all that. Let's see who we have over here. Sydney. Hey, Sydney, how you doing? Appreciate you coming through. JD, bruv, what's going on? Lady Casey, how do? Let's see. I saw somebody else's name, man. Here, Winter's lady. How are we today, folk? So we are here. We have met look, I had to do it. You know what it was? I didn't even plan on it because when I opened up my minicam, what had happened is it had the same thing for the last stream that I did, and the last one that I did was Only Murders in the Building. So now Only Murders from Egwene, it seems to fit. So I kept it. Hey Cassie, how are you? And we are joined by the Black Wildling, formerly known as Professor.
It never ceases to
now known as Let B Explain.
I didn't know it was on. I was looking at my settings. Hi guys.
And you know, Meeks is always also in the house with us. What's going on, Meeks? How are you today?
Great.
Great. And once again, we have our lady Heidi of CostumeCo. We have not seen her in a bit. We are glad she is here to chat with us. How are we today, Heidi?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I was just telling you that I haven't, I took the summer off and I haven't been doing a lot of live streaming. So this is going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Indeed, it is. I'm very happy that you could make it. And I do believe our lady Tanya of 1,000 Eyes and the four-eyed Raven herself will be in a little bit later. So we're looking forward to that. Hey, Corinne, how are you? Dana McKay snuck in, almost didn't see you, bro. What's going on? All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start. Like, I got a few notes, not a lot, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with jump off. Egwene said what she said, bitch. She said what she said. Renna, I'm going to kill you. And who boy did she do that in proper form. I saw you put the finger up. Okay, does that mean wait? Okay, cool. So we can expound on that. Meeks, you're since you're unmuted, go on. Give us your thoughts.
One more time.
That was exactly right.
She tried it. How dare after the explosion, she gonna run up on somebody, and then when she calling her, she's gonna be like, "Well, you need to let me go." For who? What, girl? I will die with. And let's die together. Let's see who's gonna last.
Die too. And Egwene looked at her like,
"Okay, bet. Say less. Let's do this." I'm looking at you. You looking at me. We looking at we.
And that's the thing. And this is what I've been saying about these bitches the whole damn time. They barely got any fucking power. That's how they fly under the radar. And that's why they need people that are actual true channelers, because they don't have enough strength to give that extra oomph in the gumption. So this chick, look, I feel like it was just one of the most beautiful freaking comeuppance scenes that there was to come up, to put it that way. Like, she really tried to pull that shit out. Like, are you defying? I mean, you just try to come up with the knife, and Egwene was just looking at her like, split that shit out her mouth, bitch. I said no.
Come on. Especially after she cut her hair.
Done. That is exactly what I said. Look, I was in the kitchen watching as I am cooking and seasonings the chicken cordon bleu. I'm looking at this, and the damn ponytail went swish. I said, the amount of bitch what that came out of my mouth, like, I swear, in quick succession, 5, 6, 7 times. I'm sure my neighbor is on the other side of the wall, like, what the hell is going on? Why is she okay? Look,
listen. That's what you get. That's why you died.
And I need to call it out. I have to say, do not touch the hair of a melanated person unless you get permission. Okay? Especially don't do no fuck bullshit like this here that Renna did. Because, oh boy, look, I'm saying.
I felt like she didn't do enough. She should have dragged her body off that little pole and tossed her off the fucking tower.
She should have let her suffer so much more. And again, that's how weak that bitch is. You couldn't even take 2 fucking minutes in the damn collar before you started crying about it. Fuck you. Woo, okay, I'm gonna get off my high horse. Come through, Lady D, Heidi, if you will go after, please. Come on, D.
Hi guys. So I would just like to say that I was really, really, really excited to see her die because we had literally said that. We were like, she's gonna kill you, and it's gonna be great. And shameless plug, I did a predictions video, and that was one of the predictions videos, along with a bunch of other ones that came true. So go check it out. But I was like, no, she's gonna murder her. She's gonna murder her. She's gonna murder her so well. Like it's just gonna be great, and it was great. It was absolutely great. To your point of them not being strong and needing the extra oomph. In Sharntan, where they're from, that empire across the sea, any woman who can channel is made into Damane, clip period. And so the real shock for her was the fact that she could channel, just like the other Suldam. Their whole thing isn't like, oh, we knew we had power and we were just too weak. No, their whole thing is we are human, and because you can channel, you are not human and you are below us. And Egwene collared her and let her know, 1, we are the same. So boom, there's your little supremacy tick. Take that and put that in your pipe and smoke it. But additionally, not only are we the same, I am literally better than you. I'm actually better. We are the same thing. We are both human. We are both women, but I'm literally better than you. Like, don't believe me? I survived you choking me. I didn't even ask you to stop. I was willing to die on principle, right? I was willing just to. You started. I started choking you out. You was like,
she couldn't even fucking hack it. You better let me go. You would never have survived the training.
And then Gwen was sitting there like, choking like, I just did this. I literally did this 3 days ago. I'm straight. She just posted it. I was like, oh, that's spite, baby. That ain't nothing but that is just unmitigated spite and gall. And so Gwen definitely did. She said what she said. She told her when we went over that last week, and it was like, she said she's gonna kill you, and she means it. Nobody who goes through like an entire 10-minute scene or 2 scenes or whatever and says absolutely nothing until the very end. Gwen was literally like this. Braid. Egwene, I love you so much. Give me your hands. Let me wipe your paws with your dog. Son. Egwene, some sort of other crap. Egwene. Braid. Ain't that right, Egwene? Braid. Rena? Yes, Egwene. I'm gonna murder you. Oh, God damn it. Like, she was like, oh, Egwene.
The way she stomped out of the room, she was like, oh.
She threw a whole tantrum. She was so upset.
It's crazy, and it's like, okay, well, you look at real world history, and it's like, okay, look at the Civil War, and look in the newspapers after the Civil War. I lied to you not. If you take the time, look at these newspapers that happened after the Civil War. There are former slave owners begging for their enslaved people to come back to the plantation. Like, I don't understand why you would leave us. What am I going to do? We've lost all of our money now. Like, you have to come
so well.
It's this thing that gets into beings, right? Where you believe that something or someone is less than you. And so now you have dominion over it. And it's very difficult for you to understand why that person does not feel positive, right? About being your property or not having, the autonomy that they should have as a human being. And so that whole thing with her, I thought was great. When she cut that braid off of Egwene, I felt that in my chest. I felt it in my, when she said, maybe it'll hurt more if you do this. I was like, no, you don't. I felt it in my, I was like, first off, that's 24 inches of Indian Remy. I don't know what it's worth in Sharntan. Okay. But for Indian rummy and leave it on the floor? What is this? It's like I'm gonna whack on that thing real quick. But more than that, I have a reaction video. I'll upload that. My thought process when I saw it, I was like, okay, if that was my hair, real talk, like their uniform is braids, I would be doing some knotless in my head. I would be doing some feet-in cornrows and braiding my hair back into my head. And it's because this is for her culturally, this is what signifies her womanhood. And you've tried to take that from her. And so when I saw Egwene, because remember, she cut her hair above her shoulder, like a little below her shoulder, a little bit. But the next time you see her with those braids, her braids come below her shoulder. If you braid your hair, if you're someone who braids your hair, you know the length of your hair when it's out versus what it is when it's braided. It's always shorter when it's braided because
it's longer
you're twisting it up. And when I saw her with the braids, I was like, oh, that's exactly what she did. She braided her hair back into, and you can see it because it's blood cut. She braided her hair back into her braids, y'all, and then tied it off with that same hair that was cut back. So I was like, Egwene, you got she literally took her agency back. Agency was taken over and over and over and over again. And any instance that she had to take some of that back for herself, she did. And I'm going to jump off my Egwene soapbox. I've been talking for a while, but
really quick.
Awesome.
Let me read what Cassie says here. I generally do not encourage hair touching in general. Get out of my personal space, Kate. Thanks, please. But I get it's a whole other thing. But yeah, seriously, just don't do that. That's all you have to do. But you went ahead and did that, Rena, and literally everyone that was thinking everything that we just said probably jumped off the couch like, bitch, oh, you have to die now. Now you have to die. Like there's only 2 times I said that this episode for all the fuck shit that was going on. This, and then when that asshole's dad killed my boy Hopper, but we'll get to that. Go ahead and finish up, B, and then I will let Heidi take the baton after that.
No, that was it. That was all I had on Egwene, and that because we started off there. That's all I had. Yes. Please go in, Heidi. But that was
all right. Yes, Lady Heidi, give us your thoughts, please.
Well, I have to say this season, which I've really enjoyed. This is my first time chatting about this with you guys. I'm so excited to be here and hear your thoughts. I loved Egwene this season. I think she was really the star of the season. And I kept hitting my husband because I'd say, look at this, Egwene, again, she's having to mop, she's having to sweep, she's cleaning, she's like thrown in a cell, she's getting tortured, like all of these things are happening to her. And meanwhile, Rand, he's off, he's having sex with this gorgeous demon or what have you. He's like living on the lam. And then he shows up at the last minute and she's already taken care of the whole mess, right? I was actually so happy to see that she handled it all, that she didn't need a man to come in and help her, that she took care, she had the agency.
And he noticed that.
He did notice that. And he goes, oh, I see you, I can't remember the line, guys. Sorry, but I see you handle.
You don't need help. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need help.
Save you, but you don't need it.
So like last season, I was just sort of lukewarm about her character, but oh my God, anytime she was in a scene, I was just riveted by it. I thought she just was amazing. Yeah. And then the other thing that really annoyed me, you were talking about them cutting her hair off. They do these weird plates with the braids on this. I guess you would call them slaves. So she has no agency over how her hair is done, except you were saying when she's in the cell and she's doing it herself. But I was like, what is with that style that they're forcing these poor girls to wear?
Exactly.
Like
what?
And again, it's all about power. It's about, sort of control. It's different there's got psychological torture, there's physical torture that she's gone through in just such a short period of time. So I thought I think she is amazing. So that's what my thoughts are.
Yeah, I think she definitely had one of my favorite storylines this season, given how we saw her personality was and how she was handling things in season 1. Yeah, she absolutely grew up in this season, and I'm sad that it had to be like this, but I get we do already have the scripts. So yeah, we followed the story, and I'm glad that they showed it. And I don't remember the young lady's name, but kudos to the actress that plays her, because yeah, phenomenal job. Absolutely phenomenal job. Let's see. There's a couple.
Yeah, and
other
I was gonna
things
say, did you guys talk about those weird soothers they have to wear? Like that was another really demeaning.
What the
I was
nail
confused.
things?
No, like the
they
thing
have
in
to
their
wear
mouths, like the pacifiers.
Oh, yeah, I have no
Is that
idea.
so they don't bite their tongue or something? I don't know what that's about. But
I
it's
don't-
so demeaning. They have no
I remember
voice.
when we saw them at the end of season 1. One thing I remember from JD, he was like, "What the hell are those things even in their mouths?" That's not a thing from the book. I don't know. I guess that's how they chose to show the visual of what was going on with them not being able to speak up when they needed to, or I don't know. But it made no sense to me. So it was just absurd.
I do think it was a visualization of, like, remember how we talked about how that Damane and Soldam connections often seemed like an unwanted sexual connection,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like she could force pleasure or pain at her whenever she wanted. She could connect to her. She wouldn't use her power whenever she wanted, like, right, without anything from Egwene, total loss of agency again. I think having that thing in her mouth, in essence, an ornate muzzle, right, was the thing. And I can talk about all types of ornate muzzles, right, because lots of things you could call an ornate muzzle. And I think that was definitely a visualization of that.
Thank you for pulling that information for me, Winter's Lady.
Madeleine
Madden is who plays Egwene, and she is an, I think, Aboriginal Australian actress. You know, and I think that's two things that I love about her and the young lady that plays Nynaeve. If I'm remembering correctly, she is a native of New Zealand, and also with her hair, like her people, there's a thing with the way they do their braids also. So it's just really cool that their culture, their actual culture, can be woven into these little details in the story, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah, thoughts from JD. They were stupid. There's no point in the story. Like 80% of the show. Yes, there are things that JD was not happy with, particularly the freaking muzzle pieces. They did look absurd. Yes. Yes, I couldn't remember her last name. I remembered her first name was Zoe. Zoe Roberts. Thank you. Yes, she is Maori. Both of them beautiful, beautiful women. Okay. Let me look over here. Okay, so the first note that I wrote down was, this is why Nynaeve should not be in the Red Aja. Bruh. Nynaeve on a regular day, if something's going down and she really kicks off the power like she needs to, she's scary. But with this freaking amount of power added in, like, I didn't feel bad for the girl. Don't get me wrong. I'm just looking at Nynaeve and how that level of power is affecting her. And I'm like, bruh, this is why we don't need to see you in red. That's what the archers were trying to show you. Do not, please, under any circumstances, choose the Red Aja, because, oh boy, is shit gonna go left. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I think she's pretty solidly yellow Aja because she's a wisdom. And in the Two Rivers, like, I think she takes that to heart, because, like, look at everything she did to protect those kids from the Two Rivers, right? Like, she's not doing any of this crap for herself. It's literally just that. And I think if that's the case, right, and channeling is majority about intention, what you intend, like what they said in season 1, it's about your intention. Like, her intention to protect and to heal, right? Often, if you look, like, when she has those surge outs of powers or whatever, because she's angry, it's because she's having that feeling of, like, I'm being attacked, or my people are being attacked, or she has that. So I think she would be yellow anyway. I don't think she was ever going to be a Red Aja. She also.
Oh no, I don't think she would ever make that choice either. But I think it was just plain to see, just because of that bit of a parallel that they gave us with what she went through in the Arches, and seeing how soaked in blood she came out when we saw her being.
So the Arches.
they didn't necessarily say she was in the Red Aja, but she was wearing that Red Aja garb. So that's
I don't know if she was she wearing Red Aja garb or was she just wearing red?
She was wearing the
a
garb.
red dress.
It looked like she was wearing the Red Aja
It looked like
garb.
the whole thing. It looked like it was like
the reason why I asked is because Lan is like this forgotten king, right? Or whatever, a king without a kingdom or whatever. Delicious. And, you know, whatever happens with them down the road, and you heard his voice in the back talking to her, saying that she was amazing, saying all these. So I'm wondering, like, was that you in Red Aja, or was that you in red because of the colors of that city and land, and something happening where you guys get attacked in Land City in his kingdom? So I just throwing that out there because I think, especially after after Leandrin, yeah, I don't think you got to worry about no Red Aja coming out of this group here. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, sure. That's exactly what we're gonna pick. She literally sold us into slavery. No, so yeah, there's that. I'm just gonna hop on out. I think she's gonna end up as yellow, and I do think I'm gonna go look back at the scene. I think that it has something more to do with Lan and the missing kingdom and what they end up being than her being Red Aja.
Here for it. What Winter's Lady is saying here, there's a reason Nynaeve is like this right now. It's the same in the books. There's more about her, but yes, thank you for not giving any of those spoilers, and I appreciate that thought though. And I'm very sure that there absolutely is more going on in the long run of the story than we know. So yeah, I'm here for all of that, all of it. And Heidi, did you have any thoughts on Nynaeve real quick? Because my mind just skipped forward to a really cool part that I wanted to get.
I don't know that I have a good enough understanding to comment on it, but can I just say what Peter said? I don't know who the Forsaken Whitecloak tailors are, but they are on point. Yes, I have to agree. They were really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes. They were slick. Nice.
Still very, very slick.
Right.
Fact,
very on point.
I was thinking those would have been great on House of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't super crazy about the House of the Dragon white cloaks. So no, I think the costumes just in general are really, really good. There's a few things I wasn't super crazy about just because I've seen them done like a lot, like a lot of the in the pleating, the way they did the pleating on a lot of the characters in the kingdom. I've just they did them Cersei Lannister in like 10 years ago, but in general I just thought the costumes were really, really great.
Excellent. Yeah.
My favorite, you don't want to say Lanfair, her and her pantsuits.
Oh my god,
Lanfair comes in.
Love her clothes.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. And I kind of like
how credit is due. Lanfair is styling.
Yeah, I kind of love how they mix in some contemporary, but it's supposed to be like thousands of years, right? Like this is what I was thinking about it. Well, I'm like, oh, it's a bit of a it's a medieval style fantasy setting, but it is supposed to be thousands of years. So I did kind of like that, and it sort of gave her a bit of a more supernatural feel, I think. Did you guys like that?
Yeah, it was very modern. And then when you thought, because I was like, why is she dressed like that? And I thought about it. I was like, wait, they came back from a place that was so far advanced that they had all of this stuff. So when she came back, she was like, I'm not wearing any of this. Like, I need my pants.
Yeah, she just had her hair down and she just sort of slicked it back. It looked like she came off of a runway. She looked like she looked like she was.
That's why one thing we said last time, Heidi. Yes. Is that she gives us all nodes of Christina from Lovecraft Country. Like she's not wearing styles that are from the age that we're seeing her in right now. No, she done been someplace else before.
And the actress, I don't know, does she kind of look like Sophie Turner a bit? Like every time I look at her, I think she reminds me of like
she looks like an older Sophie Turner.
I think it's the cheekbones. Yeah, the cheekbones and like the fall of her hair.
Older Sophie.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a really fun character. I really enjoyed her character this season.
She is one of the villains that I do really appreciate seeing. Jake, what's going on? And hold on, let me scroll back up. I saw something JD was saying here real quick.
While you're scrolling, just gonna bring this up. Like, so Nynaeve struggling to heal Elaine, and then Elaine healing Rand. I wanted to jump through the television.
Like, girl, fix your leg.
Exactly. So you don't need to tell me Like I felt like Okoye. Remember when
Yeah, you
remember
had her
how-
up there the entire time.
Yeah, she's like, so you've been up there the whole time? Like, you can do that?
Why was she over there all that time?
Why are you up there the whole time? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, so wait, y'all stood in the middle of a courtyard getting shot at by arrows, bro? With
First of
everybody
all,
running around y'all, and you could have just healed your own leg.
you stayed there long enough to get shot at. And secondly, it upsets me just because I know these characters can do these tasks that are being presented to them. The way she healed Rand, I get it. She did that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Nynaeve could harness her chi at that point in time. Fine. But it looked like such a really crude healing. Like her power wasn't enough. I thought for sure it was going to take Nynaeve having to come in with the extra to fully heal that the right way, because that shit looked gnarly as hell. And I feel like
It's still gnarly.
Like
It looked like a belly button on the
I
side.
healed all the way.
I don't think they can heal that. Y'all remember what that knife was from season one?
Yeah, well, it was from that
Oh,
cursed
yeah.
blade.
I don't
But
think
he's
you
the
can heal that
dragon,
like
though.
that. He the dragon, and that's cool. Maybe that's why he could survive, right? Maybe he got enough to where he could. No, I mean that's cool, but you still got stabbed by a cursed knife. Like,
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. I think that I think it had no choice but to heal like that. But I was going to say what Cassie's saying. I think that they did break the arrow off before pushing it through.
They broke it, and she
She
pushed
didn't.
it through.
She didn't. No, I
did not.
mentioned that in my
She had
reaction.
feathers on there.
It just slipped.
Oh
Yes.
no, wait!
And
Because my husband said, "Oh, she did it the right way. She broke it off and pushed it."
No,
through.
I was looking at that. I was like, why didn't she snap it? Because I was like, oh, she's gonna do it. She's gonna
That is
snap.
so
Snap it.
weird.
And I remember doing this in my
That was so
uncut,
stupid.
and she didn't do it. And I was
Yes.
like, why did she just slide that thing all the way through like that? It don't work like that. Them feathers is in there.
That's some kind of weird medieval medicine.
Yeah.
Put the feathers. The feathers make it feel nice. The feathers tickle all the way in. That's what happens.
Is that what it was?
It was kind of
had to.
stupid behind. Like it was so dumb. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't even. Like it probably would have even made more sense just to like break the head, like the arrow.
Yes, and
Break
pull it
off
out.
and
and
pull
pull
it
it
out.
out.
Yeah,
Like, you
that's what
literally push the whole like.
I was
Like-
wondering that. Like,
apparently-
wait, why did you
apparently
push
you
down
don't
and
want to
put that
pull
much
the
more pressure
arrow
on?
through? Like if it's inside, apparently it is normal to push it through. That's apparently.
Well,
Well,
the
no,
proper
see,
way
but
to do it.
that's what I'm saying. That's why you would have broken it if you
Anything.
break off the arrowhead.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it went all the way through. If she breaks off the arrowhead and that's on the bottom of her leg, you could easily just pull up versus pushing down and having to take more of the arrow through all of that sensitive
And the
flesh
feathers.
with the freaking feathers.
The
Like,
feathers.
that
And the
just doesn't make
feathers.
sense. And I'm saying that because I do
The
have like
whole
real world
feathers.
knowledge of archery. Like I've been on the range before.
Them feathers was
This shit
feathering.
was
I was like,
stupid.
girl,
It
them
was
things is
I
tickling
dumb.
all
couldn't
the way
believe
in.
it. I was
And
like,
I
how
can't
did you
believe
push
that
through
they
it?
actually wrote that into the script and that the director didn't flag that shit and he actually let it go through.
That was
They probably was
awful.
paying attention to it because I was like, okay, well, maybe something else.
Like that's not how that works. It's not how
And
it's supposed to work.
again, you can channel. Why aren't you healing your own leg?
Because I thought she couldn't do it, and she went up there with Rand, and I was like, wait, I thought you
They
couldn't do
can't
that.
heal themselves. Remember Moiraine said that in the beginning, actually.
Ah,
And someone did just remind us in the chat. They
you're
cannot.
Okay,
right. They can't
I'm
heal
like,
themselves. That makes sense.
because I'm
Now
sitting here
that
like, girl, why
I
didn't you
can-
heal yourself?
They can't heal themselves, but she could heal Rand.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
they
she
can
can't
heal
herself,
other
that's
people,
right.
but they cannot self-heal.
Oh, I see what you're
Okay.
saying. Okay.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, me and
let me,
Nynaeve was gonna have beef the entire time.
Say what JD was
Yeah.
talking about up here. Like the season was fun. We would have rather watched a duel. In all honesty, they've made Rand a pussy, and it annoys me. Yeah, there's a few moments in here where I thought they made characters pussies that just didn't make that much sense to
Hold
me.
on, let me ask him in here since he's in the chat. Hold on a second. I was like,
He
let me
was
just-
fulfilling the prophecy, though. It was all ordained. There was nothing he had his role to play. Isn't that what they said? They all have everyone
Hey,
has their
Stephanie
role
H.
to
I don't
play.
think I saw you come in earlier. How are you? Mother Owen, I saw when you came in too, ma'am.
Didn't it feel very Oedipus the way that Matt was trying to avoid
good, Jake.
the prophecy, and then
Yes.
and then by trying to
Fulfilled
avoid
anyway.
it, he fulfilled it. Didn't that
Yes.
feel
Mhm.
sort of very Oedipus to everyone?
Yeah. Very, very.
I
very.
also was literally chanting right before he did it, like, bro, forget trying to get to Rand. They didn't say that he had to blow the horn. You have the shit right there. Just blow and then see what happens. If you need to get to him
by the
after
way,
that, fine.
that was one of my favorite
But-
scenes.
but
I
That was
hollered.
so
I loved
awesome.
it.
Just
I loved it.
the whole time I was like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you watching these people torture you? What are you doing? Hello? Just blow the damn horn, Matt.
My man came back.
Now, Alicia, when you're watching the show, do you yell at the screen? I'm just curious.
Yes.
All the time. All the time.
That's why I record my reactions, because I yell. All of us.
Yeah, and I
So
was gonna do a reaction for this one because I haven't done one all season, but I didn't have the time. I had to come in and get some food together before I even came on here. So yeah, I didn't have time to actually sit and do it.
I don't know if this is in the books, but I did love how Matt managed to deal with the whole thing with the dagger. Like I thought that was very clever.
Yes,
and cool.
yes,
yeah.
It was very clever, and it was so Matt. It was so Matt. How he dealt with that, and I appreciated the hell out of that. And also, you want to talk about somebody that wants to run away like a little pussy. Patton Fane,
bro, he was gone.
For 2 whole seasons now.
Gone.
But one time you really get tested, that smoke comes up to your face, you just turn tail and run.
Gone.
Bro, what?
I'm still trying to figure out what is the significance of Patton.
He's just a dark friend.
Why is this dark friend? Why is he the one that's so close to the? But bruh, you have no powers. You literally are just the guy you're the hustle man.
During anything, Jake.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand his significance. I feel like if you're gonna do a dark friend that's working with Ishmael, right, who's supposed to be second in command, why not give a dark friend that has power over a kingdom or power over resources? Y'all literally picked the worst random person with his hustle man cart that goes from city to city.
A random hustler. A random hustler. Because that's literally all his trade was.
That's it. What was the point of him? He really went to Gandara.
Is he maybe a bit of comic relief?
Is he? Because he's not even funny.
Hold on. Wait.
Not funny?
Okay, JD just answered that before we asked. He's supposed to be very scary because he's changed because of the knife. Well, the knife apparently didn't affect him enough. It's I guess his heart was dark enough for the show because the knife was fuck that. Give me
he reminds me of a mix between the Joker and the Riddler, where he always smiling and saying stuff. But I'm Bob, what are you saying?
But ain't really doing shit.
But what is you talking about? You be oh, you're gonna grab this dagger. Okay.
You said a whole bunch of stuff, but you ain't really saying nothing though.
I can't wait for you to do what I want you to do. And he came out there it took you long enough to.
And he was
it was a riddle. How can you grab the dagger without grabbing the dagger? Make it a spear.
The look on his face is wait, hold on. See, and Matt's sitting there, and again, and I think this is the Matt that JD was telling us about. This is the Matt from the book who is the Joker. That there's some serious shit going down, but he coming out bruh, thanks for telling me this. And Patton Fane literally just tucked tail and ran that quick. Hey, natural selection.
He was hollering for the guards.
Guards, help! You sound worse than fucking Joffrey right now. If you don't go to hell on somewhere, bro, go back to your damn traveling market wagon bullshit. You don't need to be here no more. I was looking forward to seeing some cool shit with him, but no, I'm thoroughly disappointed. So disappointed.
I'm just confused. He's an errand boy. That's all that is. I feel like him being somebody's cousin or brother.
Low-level errand boy.
You're a dark friend errand boy.
At the table? Why was he even at the table at the meeting?
It was very much give your cousin a job, and your job is to get me coffee.
That part.
Cousin, I need a coffee. Cousin, I need a coffee. And that's your job. You're the familial hire that we had to do. Thank you so much.
He has an army just because they said, here, you need to babysit these dudes and take them to the two rivers and follow them through the ways. When you get, is he Renfield? He's
that's what I think. Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah.
She's me no liking. She's me no liking. I know.
Yeah. See, and that's what we're finding out. Natural selection. Yeah. So
I don't have time.
We'll have to see if they mix any of that in later on. I don't know.
This is making me want to read, and I don't have time. You understand me? I don't have time.
I get it.
But I want to know what they know.
That's the reason I haven't started them. Look, there are 15 books, ma'am.
I started
15 books.
I want to know.
It's nice. So it's great. Get into it.
Yeah, natural selection. That's what JD was telling us. That Patton Fane's a lot darker in the book. So I mean, maybe they'll turn it around this season, like they did with giving Egwene a better storyline and build up this season than what they gave her in the first season. So I don't know. I guess we will see. Oh, it's 13. Why did I think it was 15? Okay, well, it's 13 books plus a prequel. Okay.
Can we talk about how sad Nynaeve is? Can we just end it and move on?
I think that's a waste of time. I don't. Oh my god.
No, bring it out. No, go ahead. Kick it off.
No, really. It's just like I'm just like, girl, we're in the middle of a panic situation. This is time for you to be like, ah, and you're not doing anything. Like nothing. I understand not being able to like direct it at a person, but there's chaos all around you. Your friend got shot in her leg. You got on this guard. They killing people that look like you in the guard. You're not gonna.
Which is why she got attacked, because they were moving too slow and you look like the enemy.
Yes. Well, and also
then you didn't even try to say something.
They were like in the middle of the
exactly in the middle.
They're shooting.
Just
standing there.
Yeah. They were like, well, if we go this way,
let the heir to the fucking throne get shot by an arrow, bitch.
I just didn't drag her body away.
She's like, look, just go. I'm gonna slow you down. You can't leave that. At least she didn't do that. Because she was smart. The fucking heir to the throne.
She was smart because she was like, I can't do anything, and if I leave you, you're the power, so I can't leave you. Duh.
Which
not that I like you, but I need your power.
I understand that reasoning, but I feel like that was really fucking stupid. I feel like that was really stupid because from how Nynaeve has been with Elaine before in episodes before to her, how she is now, especially with the last episode, they've moved past that. They have moved past that. They are on a different level of respect for each other than that now. So I feel like that's really poor writing towards both those characters for that whole sequence.
Oh, yeah, I really agree with that. Yeah, I really agree with that.
I can't. But I'm just like sad. Yeah, she makes me so sad that she's just so lost this season. It was a whole 8 episodes of her going around in circles, being like, I want to, but I can't. But why? Did you even like to try to work on the why part? No. Girl, get out of here. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
She wants to drink the dirty water and
oh my god.
I'm saying like you started off like a boss with that shit, and do I think you still needed to listen to Alana? Yeah, yes. She was a G the way you did that, so cool. But now this nonsense here, look, I may catch flack for this later. It's how I feel. Egwene was a whole ass slave for the better part of this season, and she snapped right out of that shit within a couple seconds when she saw the opportunity and started whooping ass. You have no fucking excuse, Nynaeve. No excuse at all.
Not to mention,
I know you've been through some hard shit, but come the fuck on, man.
She learned from that thing in the being in the collar. She fucking learned from that.
Exactly.
And you were using the collar, Nynaeve, and you didn't feel how it works in your body. You felt it through somebody else, but you couldn't feel how to like bring it out of yourself. You didn't apply.
Go ahead, B.
I love that.
Go ahead. No, I'm very interested on your take on this.
To like her, to your last point about her with the collar and not being able to apply, if that was the case, then there would have been more Suldom that figured out that they could channel by now. And that whole system of Suldom and Damane probably would have fallen apart by now. Like if you could just feel, if you could learn how to channel by being connected to somebody who could channel. So there's that.
But I'm just saying, from her skill level of being to do all this, just to do like regular healing, and then going from nothing and not figuring out why you're blocking yourself and you can't feel that situation.
Especially in the heat of the moment, because we've seen it when they were at that wall, when they literally had to be the 5 ladies guarding the wall, she was able to get that shit together real quick and do it then. This is almost a more dire situation here. So I don't understand why they kept her as much as they did.
She didn't. She didn't do anything. And neither did Egwene. Not until the end. Until the very end, where they looked like they kind of died and revived each other. Like, think about it. What did they do? They stood there. It was the princess or the queen, whatever you want to call homegirl. That was the sister of the
what's her name?
Valdar. They joined, and they didn't do anything. And they said that in the second season. Alana told them when they was drinking that dark, dirty water, homegirl did the work, but it was your power. They didn't do anything but stand there. They couldn't, like Nynaeve wasn't channel. She stood there and was a conduit because you are capable of being such a conductive metal or whatever for the electricity that I'm trying to run. But she didn't do anything until, again, with her being a wisdom, until she saw Egwene dying in front of her. Egwene was dying. Do you remember that? The power was coming out. Egwene was dying. She could not handle that surge of power. And because she is who she is, Nynaeve, and because she is that wisdom, she went over there and didn't think, okay, well, let me blow off some of this energy off of me and touch Egwene and blow it off, and we can blow it this way. Nah, she just absorbed it. That's all because that's her, it's a protective instinct again. She just absorbed it. So even then, if she was aware of the channel, she would at least be like, okay, obviously I'm overloading because pieces of me are coming off. Let me blast some of this out. She did, and she sucked it off of Egwene, and then basically was like, yo, my last words, Egwene, hold on to your braid and know that your people are with you, that we will always love you on some, you know what I'm saying? You're far, far away from home. Remember this last thing that I'm going to tell you type of thing, right? So she didn't, her skill level, in my opinion, Nynaeve's skill level is 0. 0. She has the capability of it. She has the raw talent. That's just like going down to the park and watching one of these boys that can play ball really well and see how they whipping up the court, right? But then you put them on a college team, and because those boys know fundamentals, they're getting their ass beat constantly. It's not that you don't have the talent, you just haven't been trained in that way so that you can show what your talent is. And I think that's what Nynaeve's issue is. She is blocked by her own anger or her own whatever, it seems like. And the only way that she can channel, just like Leandrin was saying, my sisters will have you think there's only one way to channel. I would have to think that just like there are many ways to walk through the dark, like Lanfear was saying, there has to be many ways to walk through the light. And whatever Nynaeve's way of walking through the light is not some, let me picture a soft pedal and something sexual.
No,
that's what it is.
No, because she immediately stopped that. She was like, shut up. I can't do that. I don't like that.
I can't do that. It's a protective or anger or defense. It's that thing that is in her. And I think that is most shown at Valdara. Because if you could channel baby girl, you would have just been blasting Trollocs. And instead, she was like, no, I'm going to kill myself to keep her alive. That's the thing with Nynaeve.
That is why I think I do agree with you that she ultimately will choose the yellow Aja if she keeps going, but she would also make a phenomenal green Aja. And I think Alana can see that in her. That's why I think Alana was trying to train her the way she was trying to, because she knows there's going to be different things that push her than everyone else. But Nynaeve caps herself a lot. So, and I know, book readers, I know that there's more coming. There's more things to unwind, but the way they're doing it is to me.
Yeah, I'm still not.
Who is Raph again? Y'all remind me. The character R-A-F-E, Raph. But what this lady's saying here,
is that a writer?
As a book reader, I have to say Raph has really juicy Egwene up. Yeah, when y'all tell? That was a show writer. Okay. That she did not snap back in the books, and her character takes a darker turn after this. Well, we don't know that she's going to be, right back straight to the way she was.
We just know right now they're functioning.
We just know right now she saw a job needed to be done, and she does not have time to break down right now.
Yeah, they're still in the middle of it.
So I think they'll still stick to that.
She literally watched somebody die. I don't know how much darker it gets than that. She watched somebody within 3 feet of her suffocate, essentially.
And then she used herself as a human shield.
By her hand. Yeah.
That is, I'm not like, y'all.
We're not done yet. We just ended.
We're
still there.
I don't think we can say, I don't think we can say that she got over it at all.
They are still there. They haven't left. They haven't gone home. There's no relaxation. We didn't see them on the path all the way to the house. We're like, oh, dang, y'all, that was rough. We didn't see any of that. They are still there.
No, Jake, that bitch's name was Renna.
Oh, yeah, Renna the hoe.
Yeah, Renna. It was Renna. In the dark. If you don't think it's dark, guys, we're probably desensitized.
What?
I said, I can understand why people don't see that as dark, because we're probably like desensitized from all the things that we see. But like, do me a favor and just like look at a closet door or something, or a door in your home right now, and stare at it for 2.5 minutes. And see how and see how annoying and hard it is to stare at it. Now imagine seeing a person bleeding out of things, choking and struggling in front of you, and looking at it without blinking for like 2.5 minutes. If you can do that
while your own airway is being constricted,
while you're choking to death, you're literally watching someone else choke to death. Like, I may die, but you're gonna die first. I don't see how it gets darker. Like, she's turned the corner. Yeah, I know Egwene is going to snap back to the light.
She did what she had to do in the moment. I do not think she is okay, though.
No, I don't.
I'm almost positive we will see signs of that.
She's probably going to have PTSD. She'll have like Stockholm
syndrome. Very heavy.
All of the
after being in the kennels, they called the freaking place the kennels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how they think of them, right? As dogs.
She She's probably gonna kill every Shantae she sees.
Oh,
Like you say the word Soul Dom in front of her, she's gonna like she's gonna kill him. And I would, as soon as I saw anyone in any armor that looks like I would kill you immediately. I wouldn't give you a chance to talk. I wouldn't give you why. I know what you are. I know what you've done to me. I'm going to murder you on sight.
The experience that she went through reminds me a little bit of what went on with Greyjoy. You're gonna have to help me here.
Theon Reek.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me again because the kennels, like being, and just that psychological torture, physical torture that they. I don't know how long she was in this situation. It could have been months, perhaps. Do we know how long it was? The one thing I thought was weird,
I think it's been a few months. The
one thing I thought was weird, though, is that the kennels or the prison or what have you, you could just walk by it. Like the bars were there. And I thought at some point they were going to do like some kind of Princess Bride type shit and like get some horses and just pull those bars off, and like, Andre the Giant would hop down there and pull her out. I don't know. But she saved herself, which I think is better.
Yes.
But yeah, I think she's going to be psychologically damaged. And even when she saw Rand, I think she wasn't sure she was seeing him at first. I think she thought she was, because she'd seen him in a dream earlier in the prison. And I think she wasn't quite even sure what is real, what is not real. I don't think she can tell the difference right now.
It was Rand actually calling to her, but she couldn't see him.
He was behind her,
the way he was doing it. Yeah. She turned and heard him.
He was already gone.
Because
Lanfear was like, "Get out of here!"
Turn around. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the dream.
Also, maybe she might have been able. Maybe she
him.
might have been able to see him. Yeah.
Well, he didn't get a chance because Lanfear was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, pulled him out.
Like, get out of here.
But I meant like when he showed up at the end on the tower, and she wasn't quite sure. Like,
she looked at him and then she kept staring straight, like, okay,
right. She was just a mess.
I saw her shake her head no, and I was like, that's right, Egwene, because I would feel that way too. Like, wait a minute, like, okay, first off, I just killed somebody. I just got escaped from slavery, and you just showed up, which I thought I heard your disembodied voice inside my self, so maybe I'm not crazy. Additionally, you're not dead because I mourned for you.
That's why she was.
I was in love with you, and I mourned you. I mourned your death. I had to let go of there's a process to that of you dying, and now you're just back and like, who come with me? Nah.
I'm not trying to die. No, thank you. She's like, I'm not trying to die.
Like, you know what, bro? Yeah.
Because we're in the middle of a war, a battle, so I guess I do have to get up and go. But you can see it. She was like, what? Why? Bro, you were dead. And the things I went through.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
and that is again why I said that's why I said that I really did like that part, because not only did she fully and firmly retake her agency, but Rand noticed that. And he's on the thing of not being able to fully let go of her for the longest now. So he's looking with fresh eyes like, I was coming to rescue you, but I see motherfuckers is dead.
And this dead dude is talking to me.
You didn't need me to do that. My bad. Okay.
Be like, listen, this dead man, a dead man is talking to me. I'm not trying to die. I'm not gonna look at you. No, I'm gonna look this way because I'm trying to live. I did all this to live, and you will come to me dead, being like, we need to go. No, I'm not going. I'm alive.
And she didn't make a joke about his hair like everyone else did. Like, what the fuck did you do with your hair?
I would have said it at this point.
She didn't have time for that right now.
No. Listen, I'd have been like, you dead, and you come in here bald. I don't know you.
Yeah, are you actually here, or are you just a shade? That's not the hair that I remember. No, where the curly at?
And
you smell like the dark one. I can't trust you. I don't know.
Exactly. No, thank you.
What's going on? How'd you get here, Rand? Like, I have so many questions. Like, bro.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Right. Like a tee-hee-hee, get away from me. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Like a tee-hee-hee, get away. Because one, did I really hear you in myself? Did I hear you in myself? Two,
was that
tell me that you can get in myself and talk to me, but you can't get in myself to get me out? I have so many questions. I'm sorry.
Egwene definitely has
lost
her innocence for sure in one of the absolute worst ways possible.
I think she lost it last year.
Huh?
I think she lost it last season. Her innocence. Once she braided her hair and jumped into that water and became a woman, innocence time was over.
Yeah, true enough. True enough. That was coming into womanhood for them.
All this bullshit she has to go through. Like,
Agreed.
it just.
I'm tired for her.
I am too.
Like, she about to be a menace next season.
We have not
we haven't even talked about Perrin. I don't even want to talk about Perrin. I want to talk about his friends.
That's it. Look, exactly. So,
and the wolf.
Really quick, because while she does play two very big parts in this, I think we can get Moiraine and Lan and their cut of this out of the way because they were in for maybe two conversation that they absolutely needed to have. And I get why Moiraine did what she did, but again, like we were all saying, bro, you could have communicated this shit a whole lot better. And she's steadily still trying to walk away from this man. And he's like, you gonna put my bond back or what? So we can like actually for real be out here because we about to be in a fight.
Exactly.
Like, you know that, right? And also, actually, first of all, Lanfear and her freaking clapbacks. Not only does the bitch dress sharp, but
witty.
The tongues be just
I like her.
Spit it out. And she taunted Moiraine to the exact amount that she needed to. And Moiraine was like, all right, bitch, look. And she was like, oh, thanks. Boop, boop. Kicked their ass out the way and shut the damn door. And Moiraine was like,
don't forget to raise the banner, ho. Pop.
And Ren was like, why'd you do that? She's like, because I felt like it.
The look on her face.
He was like, you just channeled in the way. She was like, and?
So much. Heidi, let me get your thoughts on that first for this one. Where were you at seeing that little bit of sequence?
Oh, sorry, was that Moiraine's sister? Sorry, can you refresh?
No.
When Lanfear and her
this episode, when they were in the ways.
They were in the ways at the beginning.
Yeah,
and you're talking about the lady on the boat? The lady on the boat? Is that what you're talking
about? No. The short dress, dark lady.
At the very beginning of the episode, when they were making their way to Fawn, they were in the ways. It was her.
When they were going through the ways.
Lan, Rand, and Moiraine in the ways.
Moiraine.
And she she was antagonizing her and poking her and teasing her and making fun of her and saying shit that behind her back, like, you ain't got no powers, huh? I thought you didn't have no powers, huh? Bitch, I caught your powers. I see that. Open this up. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, I love that banter between the two of them. I thought it was awesome.
I did too.
I didn't really enjoy Moiraine as much this season. Maybe because she's just a pain in the ass. And
she was
correct.
So I was having a little bit of a hard time with her, but I love Lanfear though, so I really did enjoy the banter between them.
Listen,
yes, agreed, 100%. But once they are kicked out and they start assessing, they finally have that talk. And what I said earlier when we were talking about it, I think it was actually when I was listening to Tanya and Nikki talk about that episode initially, and they were saying that when Moiraine was like really trying to cut Lan off, like, is she actually telling a lie? And like maybe that's how we know that she definitely doesn't have any powers, because she can tell a lie. I said I don't think that's what it is. She didn't need to lie or make up anything for that, because her and Lan were never equals. Even without a kingdom, Lan he's still a king.
Yeah,
she's nobility, but she's not a royal. So yeah, they were never equals. And this episode, we came full circle on that. And that's exactly how she explained it. So I thought that was awesome. I'm gonna give myself some kudos on that one. But that conversation they had was probably the realest conversation Moiraine has had all season.
She needed. I'm sick of her.
And it really needed to have been with Lan. So now the dynamic duo has put the bond back in place, and they making moves. And again, she's doing her weaving thing when the time comes, and Lan got the swords out, mollywopping motherfuckers left and right until
catching arrows in the middle.
Right.
I was like, oh, he caught. Excuse me.
On point. It was on point. Like they haven't moved as well, I think, since that first episode of season 1, weaving
So
around each other
frustrating.
and bobbing and weaving in Lan's case. So yeah, I thought that was great. And also that last big thing that she had to put out to get to them boats. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm looking too far into it, but I feel like every chick that was not doing any type of channeling at that point in time on that boat felt that power coming through the ocean, because the camera panned to a few of their faces and they were all looking around like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and some of them had started to move before it happened.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
And boy did you, because Moiraine fucked their ass up and I loved it.
I have a question. Did Ishmael send them out there just to be ambushed like that? Like he knew this was going to happen? Like, because at the end he was like, this is what he wanted in the first place. He just wanted to die, right? So did he know that sending them out there on them boats is going to get them fucked up like that?
That's a high possibility. I didn't think
Because
about it.
it's prophecy, right? Like the things that happened were supposed to happen the way they were supposed to happen, right? So he was like, go out there and sit on them boats. Mm-hmm. Yes, she was getting on his nerves. And he was like, go out there and sit on them boats.
He gave her some busy work. Is what I think it was. I don't think he ever had any real plan of gentling Rand, because what would be the point? They still trying to get their homie back. So yeah, he gave her busy work to where he knew they would get fucked up, because I think the plan always was to get Moiraine and Lan over in that position. And even though they said it's because Lanfear was betraying them or whatever, I still think that was part of the plan. It's all the extra shit Lanfear was doing that became the problem.
What I was confused about, how did they know they were on the beach? Like they had been, they came in through, like they got pushed through that door and then they were,
they were surrounded by water. Once they walked up far enough and they saw,
they could see them,
like the line of where that tower was and the walled city, and then they saw the boats. That's when she figured out what Lanfear was talking about when she said,
and the prophecy
sure you
and stuff.
banner when it comes. So I think the plan was always to get them there. Just the way Lanfear did it was up to
I'm
her,
like, man,
and
you be siding with the wrong people. Like you sided with the wrong people. He done broke your nails. Like your fingers got snapped because you was playing with him. You got sent to the corner. You got sent to the room. You got demoted, and then you went and got blowed the fuck up following this man.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything while you was flying in there?
You know what she's giving me? Now that I'm thinking about it, this is freaking Edmure Tully going out there thinking that you asked, there's enough glory around for everyone. No. And then you really just fucked up the whole plan, bro.
Look, no, it wasn't.
No, not at all. Not at all. No one needed you where you were at all. And she was just too dumb to see that. She should have stayed home.
Hee ha ha on her. But I was just wondering.
What was with the, when Lan, or is it, when Rand first came in and then he killed all of those people and then the one guy killed himself? Like,
that was funny.
For the honor.
That's right. I feel like, I don't even think it was just about honor. I think he just didn't want to die like they did.
Yeah.
But he figured he was going to die anyway, so he just did it himself. Like, look, I'm not a threat anymore, bro. I'm good. You got that.
I didn't think Rand was going to do anything, but I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, because that dude didn't challenge him. I think Rand would have walked right by him, but the dude was too scared.
I just thought that was really funny.
I felt like he was all drinking the Kool-Aid. He was very far gone in the in the institutionalization of the situation. He was already in it. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "Oh my god, my master died."
I was thinking about those mouthpieces again. I was wondering if maybe it keeps them grounded, like kind of like electricity. Like you need something to ground you,
like a conductor.
A conductor, but it prevents maybe the host from like blowing up or something. Maybe it just
they're never going to give us.
It'd be interesting. Like it'd be interesting for them to at least the production people to talk about it, to explain it, because it's just such a weird thing. Because it looks like a soother, like it looks like something like the ravers would have.
Literally, it's a pacifier. Here, take your binky.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Take your binky, your passy. No, I really did like that whole entire thing. I was laughing so hard. Yes. Because he did a nice stance, and I was like, "Oh, look at his stance!" And Rand was like, "I'm not doing this today."
Yeah,
when I saw that, I literally stopped. I took my gloves off and put the seasonings down, and I said, "You talked all that shit, all of that shit you was talking." And it took less than 2 seconds for this boy that barely has any training at all in this power that he wields, and every last one of y'all got put on your knees and done.
And he's quite proficient with it too. Let's talk about that. Where did the training come from?
Very.
Who told him how to do that?
Because I know what's his name's that was locked up in the crazy house. He didn't teach him
Logain?
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't have time.
He didn't get that lesson from him at all.
No.
Nah. I feel like maybe when he had to knot Moiraine, he might have like figured a little bit of it out to where he can be like, I'm gonna throw out shit a little bit. But that's the only reason, because that's the only time he actually used it, right? He hasn't used it really with purpose and intention before. He was
maybe he had like an off-screen Mulan training montage that we just didn't see. You know, now we know how to be a man.
Yep. Come on.
I was thinking another thing about that battle scene with Ishmael is so when Rand is being gentled, and then Egwene actually she was able
shield.
Her power was so awesome. I was actually pretty surprised at that, and then they all kind of came in together.
Yeah,
but she was kind of handling her own up until that point. Yeah,
she was.
Yes, he said it. Ishmael was like, "Oh, you don't have enough power for me," and she was like, "Hold."
And then she was like, "Bitch, hold on. Let me tell you who the fuck I am.
Give
really
me 5.
quick.
Let me pull up my dress real quick."
And he was like, "Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Wait. Both hands up. Wait a minute, bitch. Hold on. You wasn't able to do this last time we were here. What the fuck is going on here?" And he was getting her for a bit, but mind you, she has already been in trauma and she was already weakened. And then the homie Perrin came through with the freaking Ghost Army shield.
Yes.
With the I got you, boo. Let's go.
I don't think you guys understand how hard I yelled when I saw Uno. I yelled when I saw him.
As soon as I saw him come out, I said, "This little snippy motherfucker. Of course he's gonna be
man is back. My man is back. How dare you take him?"
I know. I was confused for a second. I said, "Is that the guy who had his face shoved on?"
Yes.
He was great.
The whole thing.
Yeah, I loved him.
The whole thing went in.
The whole thing. Yeah.
That
was like a medieval version of a curb stomp or something.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Went down all the way down.
Okay, so hold on. Winter's Lady saying here, none of the tower sequences in the books at all. Egwene is barely Shannon. But see, that would not make good visuals for the show. It's the same thing, kind of like how they did, and I know some of y'all ain't going to notice, but the way they did that last battle scene at the end of Twilight, Breaking Dawn 2.
Girl, I never watched that shit.
That battle is not in the book. I've not read the books, but this is what I've been told. That battle's not in the books. It's basically something that Alice just makes, see in his mind. But you can't put that on the screen and it not look good, so you have to give action to that.
I do have a question. Is anything that we've seen so far in season 2 for the book readers, just I don't want to know what, but is anything we've seen in season 2, has it actually taken place in the third book, or is this all like the second book and improv from the second book?
Yeah, if you could, JD and I think Winter's Lady is also ready. If you could enlighten us, please. Hey, Kazo. If you guys are watching Foundation, me and Funda will be starting season 2 on Thursday. Come through. And Heidi, you said you were caught up on Foundation. If you want to join us Thursday evening, please do feel free if you're available.
Foundation so much.
Oh yeah, we just wrapped up season 1. Yeah, I am all in the show.
We're talking about having a Maori actress. There's a Maori actress in Foundation. The Mentat is metallic.
Gail?
And the reason why I know that, not Gail, no, the metallic, the one who is dressed in like the one who's like the villain.
the priest lady?
The villain. The only reason I know that is because I saw Taika Waititi's latest movie and she was in that. I'm like, oh my god, she's Maori. I didn't even know that. So that was very cool. It's great to see all these Maori actors.
Figure it out.
By the way, Natural Selection said that it's the second book with a lot of improv. Okay.
Okay. Second book with
a
lot of improv. Cool.
One of the things I loved about this season is all of the action. There's so much action, and I think that's what I think, I don't know if it was last season. I just don't feel like it had so much going on. I'm like on the edge of my seat, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. You know what I mean?
JD is with the storyline for the ladies is close, but the rest of it isn't. It's mostly improv and put in. once I read it, I'll definitely make the comparisons. I mean, I trust. I think as far as book readers go on YouTube, JD and what's my boy's name? Was it Daniel Green? They're the only two that I've watched give like their impressions on what the season's been doing. So yeah. They both kind of had the same thing to say. Like, okay, you know, this isn't as necessarily what's in the books, and yeah, some things are different. But here's what I like. And JD, if y'all haven't watched JD's short reviews on there, go check it out. At some point, maybe this weekend, we'll probably do a full discussion chat on JD's channel. We just gotta sync that up because time zones don't be wanting us to be great. Yeah. So we always gotta try to plan those ahead.
Okay.
But let's see. All right, so
we didn't talk about Perrin.
No, and that is exactly what I was about to move on to next. So yeah, we got Moiraine out the way. The whole thing with Perrin. What's our boy's name? Ingtar and Hopper.
The sacrification. I'm sad of the sacrification.
May the light guide you. And I'm mad that I had to watch another awesome wolf die.
Listen,
in this fandom.
Not only just die, we saw his little baby spirit go up to the light. I was like, are you going to show him hopping to the light? How dare you?
By the way, why was that old guy in the war? I couldn't figure that out. I'm like, dude, shouldn't this guy be like in the cavalry, just sitting on a horse up on the hill? You know, the
dad.
The dad.
Oh yeah,
the one
that about that life.
The one that kills the wolf.
What's that?
And then one that kills Hopper. Yeah, he is about that life. That's
got life.
That's all I can say.
And he got his life done.
Yeah.
He got it.
He swung his axe at the wrong person.
Yeah,
and he had to pay for that.
Yeah,
he had to pay for that.
And then his son is now about to be after Perrin for the next 4 or 5 books. Apparently, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I mean, because that was his dad.
You're right.
You know, that was his dad.
His dad is there as a catalyst to get him to want to go after Perrin.
He would have to be because
I think that's what it is.
That guy was so old. Like I was like, why would he be in
the back?
He was old, but he was capable though. Like he was literally first on the line. He was swinging, giving all people smoke.
I'm like, that guy was way older than me, and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be able to lift an axe.
I mean, okay, but this is an army. But this is an army. He's used to being front and center, giving orders. He's the one that even gives the big battle cry. Yo, people of Palm, take up your weapons. Let's get rid of these slave ass motherfuckers once and for all. Come on, fight with us.
That's why he died. That's why. But did anybody say just the dog?
I died too. I was really happy that he died. I can't remember the actor's name. He's just a god awful.
You talking about the dark skinned dude?
Eamon? Is that his
name? He's not dead.
Oh, him, the white cloak with the brown.
He's not dead. Yeah, he's the reason that Hopper is dead. And I
no.
He was attacked by the wolf, and then the other guy killed the wolf.
He should have left Hopper alone. He knew that man was trash. He didn't play with that man in the first place. Because every time he was at the table talking, he would look at him and go, you knew you didn't like him. How dare you?
But he came after him. Like he literally was about to take Perrin's head off. Hopper had to jump in.
That's because he should have exactly.
Perrin would not be here no more either, and then we'd be mad.
No. I'm saying he should have sat down because didn't nobody like him in the first place. That black guy with the white cloak, nobody liked him anyways. So the fact that he jumped in there and then Hopper killed him, the dad shouldn't have done anything because the dad didn't like that man either. He should have been like, "Damn dog," and left. But no, you had to kill the animal.
I hear that, right? Because his son was talking so much shit, like, well, you know, the rest of us ain't scared of wolves, so we didn't need to go have no leave time after being traumatized or whatever.
Exactly, nobody liked him. Nobody liked him
because it does kind of remind me of dire wolves, like the bond that they have with the wolves.
Well, Cassie, are you leaving? Okay, hold on. Peace out, Cassie.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you for coming through.
Bye. But yeah, because listen, I know he felt some type of way when he saw that little spirit fly up, hop up into heaven.
Ugh.
Yeah,
bruh.
Eyes turned yellow.
I was hoping beyond hope when both they both had the golden eye shine. I was like, look, man, do you have magic, Perrin? Harness your chi. Do something. But no, they
were just rude.
Oh yeah, so Lady D is saying regarding. Do you guys find? Yeah, do you guys?
I did. I didn't see it.
The
Okay.
warging. Yeah. So do you find there's a connection sort of like direwolves between
think-
Perrin
I-
and
I
think
think
so.
it's more than warging or skin changing with the connection to the wolves and Perrin and what's our other guy's name? His Jedi
I know you're
master.
talking about. I cannot remember his name.
I don't
I'm
remember
sorry
his
to
name.
that man.
But
Sorry to that
yeah,
man.
I think it's an even deeper connection because they're not just seeing through their animals' eyes. Like they literally are one soul in two bodies. Like all the time. Perrin just hasn't, mastered that connection and how to move with it. Elias, thank you, Winter's Lady.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, I don't remember that man's name at all.
That's his name, Elias.
If you go up, she has another comment saying that George R. R. Martin took a lot from Wheel of Time for the direwolves.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
That is one thing I do remember. Yeah, the Wheel of Time, the Iron, what was it? The Iron King, which is kind of like a fictional documentary of like the House of Tudors, and like the whole thing with the Lancasters and the what was the name of that other house that was in
the
actual
Windsors?
history?
No, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember. The Yorks. It was the Lancasters and the Yorks. That's basically the Lannisters and the Starks. So that's where all of that came from. Yeah, he did say he pulled a lot from the Wheel of Time also. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, he's a huge medieval or a huge fantasy lover, right? So, but also history lover.
Yeah, he's a fantasy lover and a history buff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it makes
like
sense.
The Black Wedding, the Red Wedding. I know he based that on an actual wedding.
The Black Wedding, yeah.
War of the Roses, yeah, and also the 1,000 Years War.
Yep.
Is killed by white cloaks.
Let's see. Yeah, Hopper's killed by white cloaks in book 1. I'm not sure. JD, if you're listening, if you could confirm or deny that for us, yeah. We have not all read the books yet.
So yeah,
the War of the Roses. That's what it was.
His eyes are always yellow, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's more into the wolf side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whereas Perrin only sometimes goes there.
Yeah, I guess when he's super emotional or he's like trying to connect with the wolf, it'll change. Like his wolf senses, like when he was trying to listen and hear and smell, it'll turn gold. But Elias is already all up in this. He's like, you gonna get enough of that eating that cooked meat. Every
time I saw him on screen, I was like, oh, there's Jon Snow. I kept calling Perrin Jon Snow. Jon Snow's back with his wolf. I kept like even his like Yorkshire accent. I don't know anything about accents, but his particular British accent that he had reminded me of the actor who plays Jon Snow, which I can't recall at the moment.
See, I just ended up calling him Desert Drake.
Desert Drake.
That's so funny.
I'm like, look at Desert Drake out here. Am I wrong though?
And I'm only mad because I see the connection. That's
And Drake used to be an actor. He was in Degrassi.
Yes, I love that.
He was
Jimmy.
Was.
That's my boy Jimmy.
See, I don't know that much about. I think the most I could tell you about the new class of Degrassi is that he was on it. Drake was on it. Otherwise,
I watched it all the way up to the new class. I watched it up until they switched completely and they were all adults out there in college. I was watching that.
Yeah.
Yep. Never touched it. I was the original Degrassi Junior High.
Thank you.
Degrassi High.
But just he has that scruffy beard and the kind of the curly hair and he had the dire wolf and even his outfit kind of reminded me a bit of Jon Snow. And I don't know. Just I kept like, oh, there's Jon Snow.
Yeah, him being lost and not knowing anything. Like, where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we going over here? We're just following. Okay, great.
Exactly.
The comparison is there.
Drake was wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, wheelchair Jimmy. Yeah,
a little thing to call.
Everybody trying to sleep with him. Like, are you married? Are you still married? Do you love your wife? Are you over your wife? Because we could all have you. She wants you the most, but it's like ABC. Are you okay with that? You're not okay with that. Okay, well, let's just keep going through the desert Drake. Like, we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I did like seeing what are they called? What are they? Oh my, the Aiels fight. Yes.
Bro.
Listen.
That little snippet of how well Aiels fight we got from Rand's mom. These chicks right here, boy.
Oh, they were so good. They were so good.
If I wasn't a Queen Aja in this world, I would be hanging with the fucking Aiels. That would be my
gosh. They were so good. They were so good. But I wish they had more to do.
Real quick. Wait. Hold on. Because I did see this name scroll past earlier. but I wasn't able to catch it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that is pronounced Kai Nguyen. Again, let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. And thank you, because I do not believe I've seen your name in our chats before. So welcome. Glad you're here. And they say there's quite a few direct references of Wheel of Time and A Song of Ice and Fire books. Very true. House Jourdain in the books to honor Robert Jordan. Okay. Didn't know that.
Very
Cool. And the house worlds being Let It Be Written, and the sign is the golden quill. Nice. Very good
cool.
tidbit. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. And yes, I am all for.
I wish they had more to do, and I wish we got to see more of them because they just
I'm
so
hoping
badass.
we will.
Because right now all we have is Rand, and he's not living.
And he's right. And IU man that doesn't know he's an IU man. I can't get my IU fix from Rand. That's not.
He
that's
knows
not
he's an
story.
IU, but he's not in it.
I mean, he
you know
knows
what I'm saying?
now.
You know what I'm saying? It's like knowing No, it's like knowing you got like a black brother or a black, so you know you part of that because your dad is black too, but you're not with them. You with the white side. That's what it's like. And I'm gonna need him to go visit his family so he can learn. So he can learn and he could.
I mean, when we get off here,
put that in there.
But it might be extra to everybody else.
We gotta get it together. But yeah,
the IL, they kind of reminded me of I keep comparing these cultures to other cultures. They kind of reminded me of the Sand People in Book of Boba Fett. It's a matriarchal culture.
Okay.
I don't. Hold on. You see me looking at Googling. I'm Googling.
All right. Hold on. Okay. So, and actually, speaking of Brother Book, again, while we are on the path that Perrin is on, once Perrin first comes back to the scene, he ends up running into Matt. And Matt is, of course, these are old friends that didn't know what's been going on in each other's lives for like the past year or so. And they're so happy to see this is done. And then the soldiers come up. And Matt's like, "Yo, who are them?" And Perrin's like, those are my friends. Those are my homies." And he was like, "Well, I hope your friends can fight." I said, "Matt, young man, these people know how to fight a hell of a lot fucking better than you,
bruh. You got a sharp
stick
that burns.
You've been getting lucky. You're coming into your own, and yeah, you're using the sharp death stick. However, these are trained fighters." So no, I just giggled a little bit when he said that. Peter, you were thinking the exact same thing I was. Yeah, they are desert people minus the spice. Yeah. That's a good reference for y'all that don't know.
Does anybody remember how to open the case? Like how they were supposed to actually open the case? Because I remember it opened once when they looked at the horn and then they stopped. Does anybody remember before he cut the bitch open?
Did they show the case being opened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
I don't remember it being a problem. Did they have to
use some I don't remember how they opened it.
I'm like, did they?
Wait, hold on, bro. Wait, hold on, no, cuz. Wait, I feel like you're misunderstanding our intent. No, we're not coming for Matt. I'm just saying, in that moment, that was hilarious because he really looked like, I hope they can fight, bro. We know Matt can't fight. We've seen him take down two people, but that's just because he had the stick of death. If it was just him, he wouldn't have been able to beat those guards. That's all I'm saying. Yes. No, I actually like Matt.
I was calling it IEL. It's actually pronounced. It's pronounced IEL. I think I said
IEL, like you're spelling it,
like an I and then EL.
IEL. Okay.
IEL, but it's pronounced IEL.
Okay.
It's a race of people who live between the wetland and in the westlands and the Sharons in the east, the desert, which the IEL people live. I guess.
We stand him too, cuz damn. Oh, I love my cousin. I love that my family comes in with me on YouTube.
Is that your family?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my no. That's why I said, "Hey, cousin." Yeah, no, it's my actual.
Yeah, that's our actual cousin.
Okay, that's
our actual cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't meet her when we were doing House of the Dragon.
Would you drink the tea that Matt drank? Would you drink that?
No, absolutely not. I hate tea.
No, not at all. I mean, I love tea, but I don't think I would have drank the tea that
it's a special tea.
Drinking.
Not unless I was hurting and I knew that if I didn't drink it, he was gonna hurt me. I would drink it, but I would immediately lay down and go to sleep. I'm not about to sit here and have no type of dreams. I'm about to be asleep.
Yeah, you're
want it.
not about to get me caught up in the traps of the random ass dreamscape that I have no control over. Not today. I will go full Arya Stark. Not today, bro. Nope.
Not today. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Look,
but I did like it.
Yeah, because we having jokes. Yes, I really enjoyed that sequence, and yeah, they handled that, and also I really liked how aware they are. Those ladies are when they are in battle. They're going down, sneaking all the little side streets, all the back alleys, and they're able to dodge people because they feel the threat coming before it even comes into sight. But then they get to that one spot, and no one's there yet.
And they're like, shit.
She turned around like, nope, hold on, get ready. They about to come out of that direction right there. And then boom, here they come. Like the way that how great they are using like all of their senses in battle. Like I would really love a whole side quest miniseries, like 3 or 4 episodes just on their culture. That I think that would be freaking amazing. They're awesome. But anyway, this fight goes and happens, and at this point, this is where we lose Ingtar, because he says, "Yo, you know what? I can hold these dudes off." And Baby was giving them the wet work, but it was a lot of them, and it was just him. He needed the team to go away, so he sacrificed himself.
Like, and he
held the gate though.
It made no sense.
Another Thrones reference. He held the gate.
You had 3 Aiels. And they
really could have just handled them.
They could have just reversed and been like, we're going to clear it real quick and then we're all going to run. Like,
clear these
you by yourself.
Clear this part of the dungeon, and then we'll continue down the dark hallway of death. But
and his friend didn't even stay with him. He was like, oh, I can do it by myself. No. You can't.
Well, no. See, actually, up until the end, they were still waiting there. His boy, I forget what his name is, but he had like
the blonde really one,
nice arms with the pretty hair. Yeah. He was actually waiting until the end. He was about to jump in, but dude was right. Y'all have a more important mission than to stay here and deal with them right now. So,
but my thing is, why didn't his friend stay too? Like, why was he like, oh, you staying? That sounds great for you.
All of them could have just handled those, and then everybody, the whole party, wouldn't be able to go to the next set. But
even if his friend sacrificed himself too, so now his friend is just living with y'all. So y'all did all this stuff at the end, and his friend is like.
Also, actually, one part I forgot that I do not want to skip over because I love this, and this is also another growth period that we have seen, because when we first saw this character, homie was in a library. And we knew, even though he was like many years old, to his people, he's still a child and he's still learning. So he has fully, gone through puberty now and is throwing elbows because right now it's the right thing to do. It's not time for Brother Book to go with his first choice of electives going to college right now. He needs to go to the B side and take more of the direction of being in the field and handling business. And when you talk about giving a good speech to the soldiers,
come on, he was like, "What are you talking about?"
Bro. So what you mean? Look, we are the heroes of age. Okay, right now, right here, this is us.
Come on,
this is us right here, right now. So we need to remember that. Yeah, okay. There is this prophecy. You know what? We the motherfuckers in present day that they was talking about back then. So let's go. Chop chop. We don't have time for this other bullshit. And he was exactly right. And I love the growth that I've seen in many of our characters this season. Loyal's been one of my favorite to watch.
I love this.
Heidi, jump in. B.
I think she's still on.
No, I agree. No, I agree with you. Sorry, I'm not adding much to the conversation. I was thinking, what did you guys think about the reveal about, or you probably knew, what did you think about the reveal about Moiraine's nephew?
Listen, I didn't know, but when I saw that, I was like, damn, that's trash.
Hold on. I'll give my thought on that in a second, but this comment right here, I don't know what Hogwarts house you might be, sir, but I'm just going to go off the strength because of the learned response you gave here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you.
He did say that, didn't he?
House Ravenclaw, because Ravenclaw be petty, and I feel like this is petty, but I enjoy a good petty, so I'll give you your 5 points on that.
He did say that, didn't he? He said that.
He did
And then
say
he
that,
did.
and right after, yeah.
But I feel like, no matter what, I feel like his death is just stupid. But you know what I'm saying?
It didn't have to happen. Because it's
No, it
another
didn't.
situation that did not have to happen.
But
So,
what was you talking about, Heidi?
Oh, I was talking about Moiraine. The
did
nephew. That happen toward the end of the episode when it's revealed that Moraine's nephew
in episode 7, I think.
Oh,
okay,
episode
so it wasn't in the
episode
final
7,
episode. Sorry.
Yeah,
when his mom peeped game because she had all of the spiery around the castle, and she heard that shit. She was like, "Oh hell no, not today, bitch!" And she really led her own son to his prison cell and said, "And
I love
slammed
her
the door on
character.
him
I
like,
think
bitch,
she's
I
awesome.
can't believe you actually tried to pull this bullshit."
Yeah, but
I was rooting for you, son.
I didn't see
you
it
were
coming.
about to be the king. Son.
I just figured he was just like over here kinging, and he was like, "Oh, just a little thing to show you that Moiraine doesn't even care for her own family anymore." I was like, "Oh, so you was a big bitch." Oh, okay.
And he came with all that bullshit when she called him out, talking about how do you think we've gotten so rich and so respected so fast? Meanwhile, mommy was really over here thinking she was doing the right moves, all this hard work for her family, and
and now she got to redo it. Now she got to,
and now she has to redo that.
Her and Moiraine got to fix it because that's who's left. Great.
Yep.
Excellent.
Let me go over to the chat here real quick. Actually, let me start a little bit about that. Prince says, yes, he was like, forget about the heroes of the past. We got the heroes of today right here, right now. Let's go. Facts. Absolute facts. Hey, Michelle. Let's go down. Who said you must be the only person alive who has never seen any of the Harry Potter?
I've watched the movies.
The only person who has not seen those, but I think you're very few. You're very much in the minority there. But that's the thing. Not everything is for everybody. I get it.
I don't Star Wars, so yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who I know who've never seen Star Wars. My kids have never seen Star Wars. I cannot get them to watch Harry Potter for the life of me. I tried reading the books.
They'd be like, "No, thank you."
What are you gonna do?
Let's see.
Really
says, I thought he was from the dark from Jump. Oh, okay. That's interesting because
I did think that about Elaine. I
also think that the girl.
Oh, really?
Nynaeve
I thought Elaine was like that. I thought she was until
Elaine was going to be a dark friend.
Because she's nosy. Like, why are you trying to insinuate? Why are you trying to squeeze yourself into this friendship, and then you get captured along with us? And then I'm like, okay, so you really was just trying to be friends.
Because
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, we're running from slavery, so we're really trying to be friends. Okay, got it.
And she's a redhead, so usually the redheads are suspect.
I was like, yeah, okay, well,
yeah,
my bad.
I never doubted Elaine. Yeah, and honestly, Son had me fooled right up until that conversation. I said, oh, wait a minute. No, and it wasn't the conversation with Mom, but when who was it that came
Strong
in?
Strong Jaw.
And said, oh, sis, yeah. Says, did you call her Sir Strong Jaw?
I will continue to call her Sister Strong Jaw. Everyday Negroes. Okay, everyday Negroes. I will continue to call her Sister Strong Jaw.
And everyone knows that when we say that, y'all know exactly who we're talking about.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, well, hold on. What does National Six say? Someone that knew exactly that Moraine's nephew was a dark friend. Dark friends are. They really are. And they are all in and out of the White Tower. And that is something that came up last episode. And I'm really waiting for the reveal when Sanshan
wakes
Swan,
up.
When she really wakes up and sees that, oh shit, okay, Moiraine was right for capping me and getting him the hell out of here and doing all the side quests that I told her not to do. But yeah, that's going to be some interesting things in season 3, I think. And I am looking forward to seeing how all of that goes. And let's move moving down. Luna, so FYI, the complete audiobook for the first Wheel of Time is on YouTube. Yes, I actually found The Eye of the World last week, and it is narrated by Lady Moiraine. So,
I love her voice.
Check that out. Yes, she is doing she has a full narration of The Eye of the World on YouTube right now. Okay, you can go check it out. And I've been listening to it over the weekend and a little bit in the office today, and she's doing a great job with the voices and whatnot. And I says again, please tell me if I'm mispronouncing your name, guys, names are important to me, and I like to make sure I'm pronouncing it the right way. See, it's an issue with taking direct book quotes, but having it in where different situations in the show. Yeah, that does tend to happen. In the book, it was a true narrow path, and only 2 people chased by an army, so it's actually heroic. Okay, well, yeah. For when you put things that are in book form on screen, yeah, you do have to, so to speak, just things up, so to speak. You have to put in extra things that were not in the original material to make it visually appealing. So, I get it. Yeah, Funda's agreeing with you. Yeah, she is invasive, but for someone in her position and for how she's grown up, honestly,
she was just like friends.
Yeah, she was just like,
oh, friends.
She didn't see that right away, but I do believe that she's learning that.
Question: Luna also asked, "What do you think? Which Aja will she belong to? Elaine?
Is Elaine?
Well, what do you think she's gonna go?
Be an Aja though, because she's heir to the throne. So
I don't know. If she had a choice to pick, which one do you think she would go with?
If she had a choice to pick,
I feel like she would be blue or
that's
green.
What I was about to say. I would say blue, yeah, because her willingness to have a
jump into situations,
like anything, and jump into situations, especially when Nynaeve tried to take over. Look here, bitch. Okay, I saw what you did. You gave us your advice. We tried your way. The shit didn't work. I know that you don't like being told what to do, but look here, we're gonna try this shit my fucking way now. And I'm not going to have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then we'll go in and they got a lot further in the plan because Nynaeve was like, all right, I'm going to shut up for now. We'll see how this goes. And then, yeah, and this is what we were saying at the beginning. For the way their situation was going towards a little bit in this episode, it didn't make sense because they had a better level of respect for each other in how they're doing after the last episode. So, yeah. Well, let's see. I don't see her joining an Aja, but if she did, I think she would be a prime candidate for the blue. So I definitely agree with Meeks on that, and I think I agree with the green Aja also. Because again, she's willing to jump in, especially if it's someone that she cares about. Yeah, she's not,
and she's tactical. She's very tactical.
She can't. Right, she's a really good tactician, so that works, especially within the green Aja. So yeah. I agree with that. I think blue would be first choice, but then, yeah, sometimes the king or the queen does actually go to war with their soldiers, and yeah, I think she would take on green easily.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else we missed before?
Elaine is one of the most powerful channelers. Oh, up there with Nynaeve and Egwene. Okay. Cool. I hope that we see more from her then. That's really good. I mean, I already liked her character. So yeah, if she does get a wider storyline, I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. So yeah, let me look on my notes. We talked about the death of Ingtar, and then shortly after that was the death of Hopper because what's his nuts was still in his feelings about being afraid of Perrin and being mocked and ridiculed because he was afraid of Perrin and nightmares of wolves in the night. So yeah, he's the reason that Hopper died. So he really, really needs to do that. Damn it! See, Funda, I might tell you same things I've been telling DJ when he comes out with some outlandish tinfoil on things. Free Elaine, okay? Leave her alone. She's over here just trying to live her best life and make friends and kill for nothing where she needs to. I don't think she's evil. Stop it.
Yep. We also didn't talk about really talk about Matt blowing the horn and the people surrounding him.
That is what I was about to get to, and actually I'm hoping that B will come back on for this one because this, if you guys didn't watch B's thank you. There's not many stuff.
Okay.
Pronounced as We Win. Yeah, see, I knew how to pronounce the last name because I'm a very big fan of one of the old stars of 21 Jump Street, and his last name is Win. It's been spelled the exact same way. So I knew that, but I wasn't sure how to pronounce the first name. Thank you for that. We Win. And he said, I I can't see your icon picture, so forgive me for that too. He, maybe she, I don't know. Of the Aes Sedai wouldn't, wouldn't you want a queen to be a full sister? It is a very strategic move to have that. So, free kingdom for the tower. Elaine may not get a choice. That is actually very interesting. She might not get a choice. Her duty to the kingdom, to the realm, might actually make her choose one color over the other. That's interesting. I don't know how that's going to go, because like I said, I have not read the books, but that's a very interesting thing to come into play, and that maybe that's something that they will expound upon. Interesting. Very nice. I like that thought. Thank you for sharing that. Matt, okay. I was saying I hope B can come back in for this one. If you watched Lady D's theory on Matt and what was going on in this scene in her video, she absolutely called Matt was actually going to be the one that is in control and heading this group of soldiers. And we saw like the shade, behind them. When they're in spirit form, you always see those, the
motion blurring full effect.
But none of that was on Matt, and Matt was up front charging with the spear. So, and now we know, 100% correct on Lady D's part. Matt blew the horn, which I thought he absolutely should have, because why are we waiting to get this to Rand when we need help right now?
Mm-hmm.
And all them soldiers that came up,
it looks so cool.
Am I remembering what she looks like correctly? Was that our girl from the Last Kingdom over there? The lady that he handed the horn to? Was that her?
I don't know. I don't remember. I can't remember.
Or am y'all let me know. I don't remember if she died last season or not.
Are you talking about the one who was sort of dressed in sort of an Asian
kimono? Yeah.
I think she could have been from the...
she's the one that everyone joined with at
that's
the
what
wall.
I was thinking, but I wasn't sure because I can't remember.
I think that's her, but I don't remember. I'm hoping it is, and if not, I think from the armor that she was wearing, she's some important person that is from that kingdom. If it's not her, and then of course we got our boy. Our boy came back, and I loved and I'm glad they gave him those.
Oh, natural saying it's a different woman.
Oh, it's a different woman?
It is someone different. Okay.
I was so happy.
JD said he would have been done with the show if Matt hadn't blowed the horn.
That just it made no sense that we're going to do all this extracurricular nonsense to get this horn in the land.
Like, first of all, how are you going to get through to that? Like, there is no other option. You see all those people, and it's just
Matt is not a fighter. Matt is not a fighter right now. He has the death stick of destiny. I get that. Yeah, he'll get a few lucky swipes in, but those were way too many people for him to handle. So yeah, he called in the ghost. Is this the Wild Hunt? JD, let me know. Is this who the Wild Hunt was supposed to be from the books? That's how I took it. I don't know if I'm right though. And yeah, and all of these heroes of old, and Matt, he was looking there dumbfounded and started rambling, and dude was like, bruh, I've fought with you countless times in this circle, this spin of the wheel. And I was like, well, shit.
And we're going to do it again.
Right. Come on, bruh. Let's go. And like B said in her theory video, they went into the full ghost army. It's like a tie-in to Lord of the Rings, where Aragorn jumps off that boat and the fucking orcs start talking shit until the ghost army gets summoned.
Yeah, the ghosts show up. Yeah.
And everybody fucked up. And not only did they wreck shop on the wall, but then we go back. We jump back and we see he comes back to help Perrin.
Of course.
And he tosses that shield at him. And yeah, because Perrin needed to have that shield. And I feel like in other spins of the wheel in the past, Perrin probably did some cool shit having that shield. So yeah, he returned his shield to him. And it came in handy right away, because once he got up to Egwene and she had just now started failing, he comes in.
He was able to block in the center.
Leonidas, 300 over here. How?
So cool. I just like the teamwork.
Everything, give them nothing. Came in and the whole team came back together. Everybody's looking like, oh shit, Perrin, you here too? Yeah, Matt's over there on the wall fighting too, and Nynaeve is here. And here comes Nynaeve right in time with Elaine in tow to heal
to
Rand
do nothing.
Yeah. She brought the healer.
She did. She brought the healer.
She brought the healer.
And I know she feels some type of way about being useless. I know she's feeling some type of way.
Thank you, JD. I think the Wild Hunt is actually The Witcher. I mixed that up. My bad.
It is.
Appreciate
Yes.
that, bro.
But it's a similar theme or idea. So these are real historical figures from.
I want to look. If I Google that, is it spoilers for like the rest of the books? Because I really kind of want to know, but I don't want to know if there's spoilers for the rest of the series.
Winter's Lady and JD, can you guys confirm that for us, if you can, please? Are we, if we do go and look this up and see who those warriors are,
mythological characters. No,
yeah, but I don't want to look them up if they have, if their characters have something to do really big, because it's going to tell you, and you know they don't care.
No, I understand. Yeah,
they're like in chapter 3 on page 15. He's going to do this.
You're still worried about Matt? Low-key, I am also still worried about Matt because he does have unlike everyone else. Right now, Matt seems to be the wanderer. He's the one that still needs to find exactly what the tie-in to his power is. So I think
okay. Do not Google.
Focus. Do not. Okay, thank you.
Do not Google.
I think that's going to be a focus for next season.
Thank
At least I hope it will be. So yeah. Lady D, since you are back. Come through with your thoughts and definitely plug your vid, please.
About Matt with the Horn. Matt and the Horn.
Oh, Matt and the Horn. Matt is the hero of the Horn.
So
Matt
cool.
is the hero of the Horn, and that was why it was so important to get him to turn to the dark. Because if you got him to turn to the dark, then you could stop the heroes of the Horn from fighting for the light. Do whatever you gotta do magically to lock it away or whatever else, but the Earth's greatest heroes across
that makes so much fucking sense now.
You would be able to stop those people, you know what I'm saying? And I would think that's probably your strongest force that you have against the Forsaken if the Aes Sedai ain't with it. Like, you know, that's your strongest contingent right there. You got the Aiel and the heroes of the Horn. At least you got two real fighters, and then the Aes Sedai, if they could ever remember half of the weeds that have been forgotten for whatever reason or whatever. I think that I saw JD say he was worried about Matt. I haven't read the books, and I know you have, JD, so I should probably just believe you. But I feel like Matt is just, because he's a hero of the Horn, I feel like I'm not worried about him no more. Like,
you good.
Because like the reality is he touched that knife in season 1, and there was reason to be worried about Matt. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to go with his friends. He wanted to go. It was about power. Like, and I get it, especially somebody who's coming from a life where you didn't grow up with a whole lot. Like, it's really obvious that you're the poor friend, right? Like, and it is what it is. And so maybe that poor friend shoplifts, maybe that poor friend hustles or whatever. Like, that's just, and it's just in that time. So that's what it looks like. It doesn't make him a bad person, though. What it does is it makes him a survivor. He has 2 little sisters he has to take care of.
Yes.
And, a drug or drunken, addicted, whatever parents who don't do crap, right? If we saw that today in today's world, right, where you got parents strung out on drugs or alcohol or whatever, you got an older son that has 2 little sisters, like, he might be on the street selling drugs. That doesn't make him a bad person, right? Like, when something comes down to,
he's literally just trying to take care of his family,
doing right from wrong, right? It doesn't make him a bad person. If anything, he's doing these bad things so that he can do right by the people that he cares most about. And so I'm not really worried about Matt. And I mean, it may be the show and the books are different. And so in the books he goes bad, and I'm hoping in the show he doesn't. But because he is a hero, he's a hero of the Horn. I feel like, to your point, AK, about him being the wanderer, Matt has finally found a place. Because even amongst his friends, like, he had that love, but at the end of the day, like, his friends had more stable homes and stuff, right? Where you were that friend over there that that had to go through whatever in the hood of the trailer park, from the holler in the hood, wherever you.
It takes a little extra sometimes for them to get in. Yeah,
you're right. Extra, right? That you can't pull yourself up out of bootstraps and you don't have shoes on, And that's how I look at Matt.
Facts.
He is that friend, and so I think that now that he realized, and he said it right when he woke up, he was like, I remember, like, when he blew the horn or whatever. He was like, you guys know me, and dude was like, bro,
I fought with you so many times in the turn of this wheel, man. I can't even.
You know, this is not our first time here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that part.
They're all smiling at him, looking at him like, yo, like smiling, but you can feel it, like they're behind you. As soon as they saw him, they were like, oh, that's what's up. Our boy is here, so we're all right, heroes of the horn. And so he turns around and he feels it like, oh, I have a family, not just my friends and whatever else, my crap family. I have always had a place in this world. I have always had a place. And I feel like for Matt, that's really big because he didn't have a place really in the show. It's like you're not about to be the dragon. It's not you. You know?
Yeah.
And away from, I think away from the two rivers, he really lost any sense of purpose because he didn't have his sisters there. Like at that point in time, that was not a responsibility he needed to shoulder. Even though I'm sure it was heavy on his mind, but in what he was going through right then and there, no, that's not something he had. So he felt lost.
But I also think it was like more of a small fish in a big pond. Like once you leave the area that you know and you go out here and you don't know nothing and you know you don't know nothing, you're just like, okay, so what do I do? Where do I go? How do I move?
It's anxiety inducing.
You had to figure that shit out. You had to figure it out.
Let me look at what Winter's Lady says here. Sorry, Matt and Miranda and Perrin, also reincarnations of mythical figures. The Theoton comes from that. Yeah, exactly. And I think Moiraine was trying to teach them a little bit of that, of how important the two rivers actually truly was to history. Like they sing this song that they know is like a folk song for their people, but they don't know the meaning behind it. They don't know the story that's actually there. And she had to tell them that in season 1. So I feel like that was, at least as far as where Matt was concerned, that was kind of the jump off to where you have to look at some of these things a little deeper than what is on the surface and what you're just being shown in every day. Like there's a little more to the plan. The weave, the wheel weaves as the wheel will. And you have to be able to read yourself in that weave, or it's you're going to stay lost. And it's not meant for you to be lost. You just have to find where the wheel is actually trying to weave you to go. So I think it's very interesting, and the way Matt's character has gone on. I like it. I really like this for him, and I think he is now fully and firmly going to have his feet planted. Especially the part where Moiraine and Lan were talking, and he says, all the histories say that Lanfear and Ishmael and Luz were best friends before all this bullshit happened. And Lan was like, well, yeah, just like these kids. So I think collectively they're all choosing to absolutely not be on the dark side. And there is a part in here, that final temptation almost, where Randall's like, I am not ever going to serve the Dark One. I have never chosen to serve the Dark One. So that makes me think that, y'all might have been friends, but Luz saw your fuck shit, and that's why he put you in that damn seal to begin with. Because he knew that you were on that bullshit, and he's not trying to go down that path. And even while you think Rand is going to be Luz, and he's going to finally choose differently this time that the wheel turns, it's not going to happen. He is not. Rand says that. I'm not Luz. I'm not this dude you're looking for. And I'm also not going to join you and forsake my friends and forsake the light and everything that I love and every person that I love in this land. And I really do like how that sequence happened. I think there's some things that I would have tweaked if I were in charge, but I wasn't. So that's how I see that whole thing. I did think it was a decent wrap up though. Real quick, Heidi, you want to give us your thoughts on that point, por favor?
I actually found that I love that line, and it kind of made me think, that
very true.
These they have these relationships, this friendship. It's really, really strong, and it could go the other way. Like there's been so many times where like, oh gosh, it can go the other way, but that they're choosing the light and they're deciding that that's what the path that they want to pursue. I love those characters together. I was wondering, like in the books, did they change any of the genders on some of the characters, or are they pretty much, if anybody's a book reader? Because I'm wondering, I feel some of them might have been changed.
I've heard from what I've heard, everyone is the exact.
Yeah, because if
Same,
that's the case,
type
I mean,
in the
considering I
books.
don't know what year these books were written, but it's very progressive. It's a very progressive story in a lot of ways.
I want to say it started in the early 90s.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's
JD,
not that
Winter's
old.
Lady, correct me if I'm wrong.
I just said
I'm
it was
guessing.
older.
I'm fairly certain it's in the 90s, maybe 80s. I'm
Mhm.
I'm not completely sure on that.
Yeah, because it feels like a very egalitarian story. And so that's another thing I really love about the show, and that you have all these really strong female characters. It's just like you say, it's not just a guy kind of running in and rescuing the heroine. Like the women themselves are so capable and strong, and I love that about it.
Agreed. And yeah, I think Matt will have a different set of challenges now too. But I think just like in the beginning of season 1, I think this is where we're going to start seeing that they are going to gel back together the way that they are meant to be. And this is why, they were all in the two rivers, because the history that land has is very deeply ingrained in the wheel and the magic of this world. So yeah, it makes sense that all of them were in that one village, which seems like a backwater random trailer park, but no, this is where one of the most epic fights of of their history happened. So it made sense to make that the beginnings of this story. So I think it all fits together really well. I like how they finally brought everybody back together here. It almost gave me notes of the Shannara Chronicles, because in that it's by a series by Terry Brooks. I think it was on a show for a little bit on MTV a few years back. Wasn't as good as the books. But yeah, in his stories, a lot of times he starts off with one group. They go through some stuff. Some random shenanigans happen, and the group gets split into like 2 or 3 different parts, and everyone has their side quest to complete. And eventually, they all get back together and defeat the big bad and do what needs to happen. And I think we saw that play out here. And I thought it was best setting that they could do that, because it's been way too long since these kids have been together, and we see once they are together and everyone is on the same page, not keeping secrets, not trying to hide a damn dagger from the shadow city of death that you were told not to touch, not wondering if they're the dragon, having all these fucked up nightmares of pulling bats out of their mouth in a dream and whatnot, not being afraid of their power and using it when they can, when they need to, when they have to come in. Like, you are the clutch. you are the linchpin. You're the cavalry. We'll take it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference. There's a character in that is nicknamed the Cavalry. Why? Because she is the cavalry. When you are in a pinch and everybody is down and everybody's about to lose, send Agent May in there and she will wreck shop. She will literally, y'all remember Tasha going through Iron Man, that building in Iron Man 2 where she fucked up everybody and Happy only killed one person? Nah, ain't even no need for that. Agent May will go in and kill everybody, murk the whole fucking building, and then walk off into the sunset like it wasn't nothing. She'll just brush that shit off her shoulder, pop her collar, and get on the helicopter and go home. That is the shit that is happening here. That's the level we need to be on. When these kids are together, that's what they are. That's how strong their power can be. And I think it's going to be even better as we see them progress and truly train in what they have to do to defeat the Dark One. I'm looking forward to season 3. I think it's going to be great. If you ladies have anything extra that you want to point out, any point that we may have missed to chat about.
I do. But there's a question for Heidi down here from Luna.
Who's it?
Yeah.
Luna.
Scroll up. Oh, is this the one to Heidi? Said, did you notice that the actors for Luz and Rand have the same facial and body structures? They do.
Absolutely. I was just looking at the picture. I didn't notice that, but now that you pointed it out,
I think that was very intentional casting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is really cool. Except I do wonder, and they're probably never going to give us the answer to this, but I do wonder, why did they make him an Aiel man in this spin of the wheel?
Because he's also their chief of chiefs. Leanda said that that's who she was looking for. they're chiefs of chiefs. So I don't know if his mother was important to them.
See, and that's what I was about to say.
Or whatever, but
Yeah.
whatever it is, their people know enough that at some point we need to go find him.
Yeah, and they've been looking for him just like the White Tower has, it seems.
So I think that he is like whatever it is with the Aiel. And then I don't want to spoil y'all because I haven't it looks like they're very really interesting people there. I'll say very interesting people, very honor bound people. As in if you agree to do something or agree not to do something or whatever,
you said what you said.
Done.
Because he will literally come and start an entire war just to kill you, and then after we kill you, we'll take our dead and be like, "Cool, we out. We don't want nothing else but to satisfy the honor thing." Like they're a different kind of people, and so I think that was a way, in my opinion, just from looking at like the show, I think that was a way of giving Rand an identity outside of the dragon and outside of Two Rivers. So Nynaeve, outside of Two Rivers, outside of the wisdom, you are the strongest channeler in 1,000 years, even though you can't touch the source for some reason. Egwene, outside of the Two Rivers, right, and wanting to study under Nynaeve, right? You are one of the strongest channelers in 1,000 years, but not just that. It looks like you got some real important stuff coming up that's going to give you an entire separate identity from what you are in Two Rivers. And you can look at that with each one of them.
Right? Which I think is what she's looking for. Like, I don't know. Do you, would you guys agree with that? I think it's also not just Matt that's looking for his real place, but also Nynaeve, now that she has left the Two Rivers and she has seen the world at large. She's really trying to figure out where she went. I mean, as much flack as we give her, y'all, don't mistake that. We love her character, but it's trying to decipher how things are going. And hold on, Winter's the lady. Are you out? Thank you for coming through. Let me address
this lady right here. This is what I want to talk about. This lady right here.
Yo, that shit.
But we got to talk about before because that means that that means that Ishmael knew when they had that conversation. When Ishmael and Lanfear had that conversation, he was like, "So this is what you're gonna do," and she was like, "Listen, I already said what I was gonna do from the very beginning. I never said I wasn't gonna do what I was gonna do. I said I was gonna do it, right? So I'm doing it. So what are you gonna do?" And she walked off and flipped her hair.
Thing, JD.
Like she walked off and flipped her hair. Like, okay, my plan is in place, and he went ahead and destroyed those stones that she was talking about dumping in the ocean to never be seen again. I was like,
Question. Am I the only one that was catching the undertone with them, especially in that conversation? Because I was looking like, wait a minute, hold on, bitch. What did we just get another damn love triangle?
Yeah. Yes.
Projected into this thing?
They're always together. Yes.
Those three, but I don't know. She told him straight up she was gonna betray him. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
He was like, "So are you planning on betraying me?" And she said, "Of course." And then laughed at him. She was like, "Yeah." And then laughed at him or whatever. And like that's I'm sure that's gonna work out fine. No problem. And then when they were in the room and they had the seals in front of them, those 6 seals, because the 7th one was probably would have been right. So those six seals that they had. I remember when he got up, he was like, "Yo, why would you bring him here?" Right? She was like, "He's not going to choose us. Like, what do you think?" She's like, "It's not going to matter." And he does this thing like,
so soon.
And he sits on the bed. And if you go back to that scene, Lanfear does this with the hands like, ooh, he caught me. Look at her hands. She's got him straight by her side. She's like, like, ooh, he might have felt that one or whatever. And she sat on the bed and was all, no, okay. But you see him. He's not as, he's still as smooth and all that he is. He's just like, all right.
Yeah, he's buying his time. He's saying what he needs to say just to get her out the room. And he probably cracked them shits open as soon as she was down the hallway.
He cracked them open before he came in to speak to the one that's the one that got her nails cut off. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What
Lady
tore off or whatever her face is.
Yep.
He bashed them things. So after he talked to Fane or whatever, Pat Fane, he went in there and bashed them things to hide.
Because didn't he have dust on him? He had dust on him when he came in.
When he came in and did the dust, I was like,
yes.
Unless he was outside, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. And when I saw them broken, I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. If you don't believe, go back to the
because I was looking at that too, like, hold on, motherfucker, did you just go spelunking in a cave?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's dusty. Why he dusty?
Did you run a marathon in desert real quick? Why are you so dusty, bro?
There was nothing. I noticed he's not dirty. He's not sweaty. He didn't come in there like, oh, he came in there like, all right, I got a plan. Okay, this is what I need you to do. Take the ships, get the girls, put them there so we could like he came in there with a plan, and it was obvious like, yo, something is afoot.
Like, it's almost like he was damn it, what's my boy's name? He was cosplaying Ashley Larry from Dave Chappelle's show. Like, bro, where were you? What happened here? Something. The game is literally afoot.
Yes. And so when she came back and she was like, perched, like, I win, and that girl wrapped her ass up and she instantly hit the fear. It wasn't an, oh, look at you, you're back. It was a, oh, shit. It was an, oh, shit. While she's sitting there, but I remember that one time you said this one thing to me about me just, not doing anything. I can't remember what she said. It was a phrase.
Silently in the shadows.
Yep. And like you kept saying that all I do is I wait to move. I'm not active. I don't move enough. I don't move quick enough for you. Well, how quick is this, bitch? Listen.
She's like, I was too weak to this, to that. I was like, man. And then when she cut her, I was like, wait a minute. Did you just shield her with a web and then cut her with it?
And then cut her.
We have not seen anyone cut anybody with a shield. Nope. We've just seen them shield you from magic, whatever. She was like, nah, my shields are
we have not seen anyone give Lanfair or Ishmael the smoke like she did in them. What she came on set for maybe 3 minutes, and my number one question is, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, you want to talk about needing to go to defense against the dark arts class immediately? Turn to page 394. We need to learn all of this shit right now. Like, I'm about to go call Tig and Lady to bring the magic book from Lovecraft Country so I could see.
Because listen, she got to figure out something.
Can we apply the mark of Cain to this? Because that bitch right there,
she was worried,
I'm afraid, literally afraid. We have not seen Lanfair shook like this at
she
all.
She showing up was
Every
crying.
time we see her peak confidence, but then this chick came in and she's looking like,
girl, you gonna cry in the car? That's what happened.
she ain't even make it to the car.
I don't want to spoil because I'm reading, and I gotta. Game of Thrones has taught me as I read, take notes, discover the connections, and make them early. That way you can carry it out the book.
Right.
When I was looking at Lanfair, look at those seals, I was like, yeah, bitch, they're out. They're out. There's 11 of them out. And then she's like, Mogadin, and you see her little spider behind do the thing. I think, and that's when she was like, yo, you don't want to fight. She told Mogadin, Lanfair was like, you don't want to fight me. Like, you don't want this. Like, you do not. You better kill me now because you don't want this. And Mogadin was like, nah, if I wanted it, I would just killed you when you walked in here, basically. Like, when I hit, I don't miss. I could have been killed you. Basically, this is a warning. And I'm like, oh, no, you're weird. I like it. You're weird.
Right. Like, look, the first time we saw this bitch, she was literally at, I don't know if y'all watched Death Note or if you read the anime, but there's a character in there that literally like sits on a chair. Like he's a little dog, like all on the back of his heels, sits down, and that's how he reads it or theorizes anything that's going on. That's like his thinking position, and that is kind of what that reminded me of here. And that the character I'm speaking about, I'm being vague because if you haven't read it, I don't want to spoil anything, but that character is basically one of the smartest people in the show. And looking at how this chick was on that chair and how she was weaving the little spider things, the spider webs together, I became worried immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They're all dressed weird.
Oh, and also, let me pull up what Luna's saying right here real quick. Now, Lanfear losing Ishmael. Who was in love with whom?
Yes, that's the answer.
Another love triangle. And what is some of our thoughts on Egwene, Rand, and Perrin?
Is it Perrin? Is it still Perrin?
I didn't get that.
I don't feel it anymore.
I mean,
season one they tried it.
Mm-hmm.
I think season one they tried it. They tried it.
In season
I think
one,
the love triangle would be Lanfear, Rand, and Egwene.
Yes.
No?
I think so because he does feel some type of way for her.
I think he lost.
Oh no, Egwene's gone. But right now, as of right now,
I think the love triangle in the third season, and it's funny because I was gonna put this in the preview and I didn't because I was like, nah, Brittany, don't be a dick your whole life. Be kind.
Who are you thinking?
What it is? Rand falls in love with any woman, that is the most attractive.
That gives him attention.
Him. Seriously, like Egwene. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with Egwene. Lanfear, who is clearly dressed like no one else,
no
one else, and somehow has hair gel in the medieval times.
Come on,
not weird at all. Rand, fall in love with her.
Hold on. Are you going where I think you're going?
Going from the short to the long.
She was dressed. She was trying to pretend for a while though.
Huh? She said who?
She was trying to pretend.
She was pretending for a while.
She was.
She's just like, fuck it.
Her. No, she was in that blue, and she was normal. With that, she didn't look like anybody else.
No, you're right. She's very otherworldly. But when she's sitting on that stone throne with that big hat and everything, that was so. And she's got him tied up. It was very like fetish like.
No,
she's just like a dog.
I'm gonna pull a call back. I'm gonna pull another call back to the Lovecraft country.
Totally. Yes.
How did that end up with Tick being in the Jesus pose, strung up?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Because says, who else was in those seals?
Yes, because everybody out.
That I think were worse than Ishmael and Lanfear.
Oh yeah, they're all out.
Because again, Lanfear has not looked shooketh about any damn thing at all ever again. Like it reminds me of what I said about Varys in the last season of Game of Thrones. Pretty sure that's when he died. I don't remember that season too tough because it's trash. But basically,
oh right, I didn't even get to
still mad. But I feel like it's that same type of situation because there's too much hinky shit that's going down.
Don't you dare do a natural selection. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. No.
I have a guess.
No, wait.
Oh, ladies talking.
You said what, B?
Oh, I thought Heidi just said it. I was like, that's what I was getting to. I didn't get to finish like what his who he's going to be in love with because he's literally in love with whoever the newest girl is who is slightly attractive to him with the
Elaine.
Exactly. When he laid there
and they both redheads.
He was like,
and they're both redheads.
Like I'm trying to.
He's gonna be like, you put your hand on my stomach and you touched it. You touched me.
She legit is. She is Egwene's best friend.
So there's the triangle that I'm thinking. It's not Lanfear is great. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying, and Lanfear may love Rand, but I don't think Rand loves Lanfear. I think that he's still going to have something in his heart always for Egwene, but Egwene is going to be so freaking traumatized from all of that she's not to mention like you made me freaking mourn you on or low-key, like you made me mourn you and think that you were dead. And then I had to survive being freaking kidnapped, sold into slavery, fighting a war that was not literally
tortured.
And then I freaking stood up to a freaking Forsaken for you. Like he literally knocked me out and I got up and shielded as much as I can. Like I just learned how to chant. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She just got her agency back and she was weak from those two battles.
And it's like, nah, I could see her being like, listen, I always care for you. You'll always be my friend. But this, like, it's a stick too far because if you really loved me, you wouldn't do that. especially like I would have serious questions like, so you could come to me in my dreams and you don't come to my dreams until now, until I'm locked up, enslaved, and you're not even helping. Like, I don't.
Okay, see,
I think he's gonna be
my brain.
Get with Elaine, with Egwene, and that's not gonna work out. And so him and Elaine or whatever, and then that's gonna cause contention between her and Egwene. That's what I think. Because I just.
That's interesting. Yeah, my brain went down a completely different path. I was thinking he was going to be on some random bullshit, and it was going to be Moiraine and Swan. But I like your idea so much better.
Whenever a new girl comes, like shit, maybe he'll freaking see an Aiel or something and be like, okay, one of those. Like he's literally.
I feel like he might try to steal Perrin's girl.
Yeah, whoever's Perrin's girlfriend is, whichever one of the.
She's not gonna take it because they're gonna be like, you a bitch.
Right. She's gonna take one look at Rand and be like, ew, nah.
Snap him like a Slim Jim, not for me.
Want to say something?
No, I just was going to say about this Mogadine character. Someone was, you know, who we were talking about earlier about how Lanfear and Ishmael are kind of dressed like very contemporary.
Yes, I literally pulled
it out. Someone was saying about her outfit. So she's wearing, I'm just looking at, she's wearing like like just almost like a man's shirt. Just a very contemporary man's shirt. And someone said something in the chat, which kind of makes sense to me. It's probably a bit of a spoiler, but yeah. So it's like they're from the future or, you know, I don't know, in the past at the same time, perhaps.
All over, all the time.
It's
all
weird.
over.
It's weird.
Traversing time. But yeah, so she's, when I saw her character, it reminded me of, what's that? There's a show that just came out. Oh, okay. It'll come to me. It just reminded me of that. It'll come to me. I have to look it up.
Because I was wondering, I was like, their palettes are always black and white.
Yes.
In some shade of, in some like varying percentage of it. Ishmael was mostly black. He had on the black on the top, white shirt, black pants, and Lanfear just had hers all mixed up in between. It's like you can't tell who is light or dark. Like you can tell by you know the percentage of what they're wearing, and she's just sitting here being neutral. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got so she's got the white, but sorry, it reminded me of the Sandman a little bit. Like sort of like fantasy.
I gotta finish that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of
a
little bit of fantasy horror. So she's in white, which doesn't necessarily mean you're good. Like the white cloaks, for instance, in this are not good. They're terrible.
That is not enough proof, cousin.
So but yeah, like, you know, there's one scene I think when Lanfear is wearing a white shirt and black pants, like you say, and then I think there's even Ishmael wears a white shirt, but he's got a black vest. So it seems to be like the palette of, I think you're correct, Manic, about that.
Go ahead, B.
Not gonna did you guys notice that the Aes Sedai's colors were black and white, like the order itself? Not just the segmenting, but it's like a yin yang symbol. It's black and white. When they
I did see that.
Wait, you're talking about like where they had that flashback?
Yeah, when they had the flashback and when they went to the Eye of the World, you see it. It's like a yin yang symbol. It's black and it's white.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Okay, so last season at the season finale when they did the cold open with the dragon. He had the dragon, and then he had the female Aes Sedai who had the competing plan to his. He was dressed in black. She was dressed in white. Right.
Right.
Could that possibly just be the colors of? I forgot what the two energies are called, but there's like a male one and a female one, like Sadar and say whatever. As far as black and white. The reason why I'm saying that is because the female was in all white. I believe the baby girl in the crib was also in all white. He was in all black. And then this year, for the season 2 finale, when we're seeing them shield or gentle or whatever they're doing to Ishmael before they lock him away, all of the men channelers, all of the male Aes Sedai that are holding him are dressed in black, including the dragon. And so what I
weave is white.
And so what I took from that is yet their weave was white because it wasn't corrupted yet. And so what I took from that was that the black and the white is really like the colors of the eye, like the Aes Sedai order colors, period. Right? And
As
then
a
you
whole.
have within that
Okay.
your Ajah, whatever that have colors, but it was black and white, and it makes sense when you
And
think
that
about
makes
the
sense.
balancing. There you go, balancing the male and the female.
Right there.
power.
Yep.
And so the true power where that people are using in the dark, there is no segmentation between the male and the female of that power. And so I think that's the reason why we see Ishmael and Lanfear in black and white, because they are able to wield both because
Okay.
of
Well,
what
Cool.
it's
That's
not
I love that.
Can I point out one other thing that I learned watching also when it comes to our good sister Strongjaw. If you look at the color balance of her costumes for this season, from episode 1 to episode, what was the last time we saw her? Episode 7. Her the shade of red keeps getting darker and darker.
Yep.
Yeah, Lanfear.
Like that's her visual representation of completely going over to the dark side and being a black Aja.
That's pretty cool.
Which I thought that was cleverly done.
And that eye makeup, that awful eye makeup.
Mm-hmm.
The dark,
That's just spreading.
liner, now it's smudged.
But is the jaw becoming more and more pronounced?
Yes, it's like they put a shadow under that bitch.
Okay, I looked up pictures of this actress, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she has strong cheekbones, but it does not stand out the way it does in the show.
I think they had some extra shadowing.
I was
they had
confused for a hot second. Yeah, I think that the way they did her makeup was contoured differently, specifically to play that up. And I'm really just trying to figure out what's the reasoning for that, because it doesn't seem like it's a thing that would go into the narrative. So I don't know. I'm just kind of
sorry. What character was that?
Leandrin.
Leandrin, the red Aja
red
that delivered Nynaeve.
Oh my gosh!
And
Yes.
Elaine and Egwene to the slavers.
Yeah, she's got the craziest cheekbones.
Yeah, but if you look up a picture,
regular
of that
picture?
actress, yes, her cheekbones are very pronounced, but not like they show it on screen.
I think also
in this
because she's
show.
wearing a wig, and the wig looks a little bit weird. It looked a little bit weird to me.
Could possibly be that.
Because she's a natural brunette.
She's naturally a brunette. Yeah, so it just sort of looked.
Yeah.
So it could be like the color of her skin. So it just like.
Yeah.
Let me jump over to the chat here for a couple
It's supposed
comments.
to be the future? That is crazy.
Okay, so it technically takes place like 18,000 years in the future, and that makes sense. And that is also why we had that conversation with 3,000 damn years since the last.
And I'm
time
still doing this.
These motherfuckers is still doing the same shit, and it's actually again, Thrones bleeds into everything. There is a theory, and I'm pretty sure I first heard it from Preston Jacobs, that the time in Game of Thrones isn't really in medieval times. It's actually a post-apocalyptic time where some really heavy magic fuck shit happened, and they basically had to restart over from scratch. And that's exactly what they said happened in this episode, because we saw what it looked like back in that flashback with Louis Theron when his baby girl was in there. They had fucking flying cars and shit. It was damn near the Fifth Element out there, looking freaking awesome and science-y and like Atlantis before it got sucked to the bottom of the ocean. So now we're here, and they're still stuck in the medieval age, and it seems like the dark ages of the medieval era, and they've been here for how long?
And
how
both
long
of them mention that.
has life been stagnant in time? Go ahead, B.
Okay, so I disagree. I think when she was talking about 3,000 years and I'm still doing the same thing, I think she was talking about the fact like I'm really still having to like bust people out of like I'm really having to save who or whoever or whatever from some stupid thing that they've done. And the reason why is because she does come from the Age of Legends. So she didn't come from the medieval.
Wait, hold on. Did that sound break up for anybody?
Yeah, it cut out for me too.
Oh yeah. Can you repeat what you just said? It was breaking up a bit.
Essentially, she didn't come from a medieval times. She's never seen that. So for her to be like 3,000 years and y'all still, she's never seen that. So it wouldn't be a still. Where she's from, and the world that she's from, there are flying cars. she's one of the head researchers at like a top college, at like a Harvard or whatever else. They have all
This
of
time is in their history books.
this all of this technology she's actually using, right?
Mhm.
So they're learning about all of these things that she actually lived through, like word of mouth, because they don't even have the same amount of books or libraries that they had back then. Lanfear is from a world where there are flying cars, y'all, that work off of the one power or whatever, so there's not even any exhaust, right?
Which
So
also makes sense that her outfits are so damn smooth and sharp, because that was the height of fashion from
awesome,
where her time era.
of everything, right? Technologically speaking. And so for her to go, okay, 3,000 years and I'm still, I don't think it's the 3,000 years and y'all are still people, because she's never seen that. If anything, she's probably like, damn.
She read about it in the history book. It's kind of like they probably had, y'all remember Demolition Man?
Yes.
The museum they had, to where they're like so far in the future, but they can go to the museum and see what life was in our day and time. So I feel like that's, I agree with how Brittany broke that down. Yeah, I think that's exactly how it is. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me go over to our we win here. It's a broken yin and yang. I agree. I think it is. It is broken, and all the lines are skewed now. Actual yin and yang has piece of each other in themselves. Yes, that's a little circle that we always see in them. And Robert Jordan hinted that male and female better together and not divided. And that's why the Aes Sedai are failing. Yes, I agree. And there is something, I don't recall if it was said in an episode, but I think I may have been watching someone's review or something, but they said that, when they were walking through the halls in one of the previous episodes of the White Tower, and they were saying, these halls used to be filled with women coming to learn and train, powerful magic wielders, but there aren't that many now because they capped the male side of that magic so much. So the genes literally aren't there to pass that on through, regular people hooking up and actually having, this part of the wheel that was supposed to be in them to wield this power. They basically eradicated that. And there's a specific word for that, and I cannot think of it right now. But it has to be eugenics. Is that the right word? Where basically, something happens to one specific sex in a specific minority that people are trying to eradicate, and it basically takes those genes out of the whole gene pool as humanity, period. So there's not enough women being born now that have those abilities, that have I'll call it innate magic. And innate magic references magic that someone is able to wield from birth. It's just in their genetics as to how powerful they may be or could become. And I think that's what's happening here. That's why those halls are empty. The male line was completely cut off, and it was cut off and is continually pruned, so to speak, throughout the ages, that those genes are not passed on as much anymore. And that's why the numbers are dwindling. But I don't remember where I heard that, but I do agree with it. And I think it's very sound.
I agree with that. I don't want to, there are other cultures that are in the books, and there are other cultures that have thought of ways around that, exactly what you're talking about, in order to keep those numbers up. So I don't want to tell you what it is, because it's kind of sick.
Yes, please don't. That's all right. Hopefully we get to see them touch on that. We'll see.
You will, and when you see it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that makes so much sense," but that's messed up. Because when I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense,"
it does. Yeah, like when I first heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I'm with that." And then again, I'm thinking just 1 second later, like, "Damn, what the fuck, that, bruh?" Again, because of all of the issues that we've had in our day and age, in our ancestors with eugenics, it's freaking horrible, and so scary to think about. Bless you, Meeks. I think I saw a sneeze.
It's allergy season.
Yeah. Genetic manipulations. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, okay, and apparently Winter's Lady knows exactly what you're referencing. So yes, I highly agree with that. Yeah, don't spoil. Let us be surprised, and then when you do your theory videos and you interject that, and we come talk about it, we'll discuss it then. Absolutely. Let's see. It was okay. So it was in the show. It was Varen that said it. Okay, and that's our retired brown Aja, right? Wait, y'all waving at somebody? Somebody leaving?
Yeah, because she's leaving. Heidi's got to go. She got to go. It's early morning.
I'm
Sorry,
so sorry.
guys.
Okay, I didn't see the private. I didn't see the private message. I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
Sorry,
okay.
Alicia,
Well,
I'm so
Heidi,
sorry.
No. I've had to leave early on your channel sometimes too.
Okay.
No, please plug your channel and what you got coming up.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, my channel is CostumeCo, and I talk about costumes. And so, what do I have coming up? Well, I think we were talking about maybe doing a foundation live stream, but I am working on a foundation video about the costumes, which I love so much. So that's what I have coming up soon.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely go check out CostumeCo if you've never heard of her or her expertise. She actually has worked in the industry for many years, so she is very knowledgeable. Whenever I have anything costume specific thoughts or I want to talk just about costumes, Heidi is the first person that I contact. So I appreciate you that you were able to be here.
Alicia.
It's way too long since we hung out, so yeah, definitely hit me up.
I love hanging out with you guys.
Love to have you.
Lady D, I don't think I've met you before. I don't think I have, but if I have,
you weren't on with me for House of the Dragon.
She's the historian of all things. And now that she's reading this, she's the historian of this one.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for having me. It was really nice hanging out with you ladies. It was such a blast.
It's nice seeing you.
We'll talk
Absolutely.
later. Okay, bye.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Yes, and Heidi's credentials are down below, guys. So please go check her out. She has great things on her channel. And any question you could want to know about some of our fandom things that we watch and the costumes that are being worn, I guarantee you, she has the answers. And she has worked in the industry for many years. So yeah, I always love having her on. And it's been a while. So glad she was able to come through tonight. And okay, let's see. There was something here that I saw. Oh, okay. And I will try to remember to post this as a question to Heidi on Twitter. Yeah, I also follow Bernadette Banner. She is also another great person. If you have questions about costumes, she can probably answer them very well. Also, she has a great channel. Go check her out. All right, so Natural Election says, I've been bullying Heidi about Foundation video. Well, now we know it's coming. It's coming. And me and Funda will start season 2 of Foundation on Thursday. So hope you guys can come in for that. Okay, so let's see. I think we hit all of the big highlights, guys. Do you ladies have anything else to put in?
Nope. I just wanted to make sure that we don't forget to talk about Mogadeen because I'm interested and I like her and I'm ready for more. And I'm so glad.
Our Lady of the Weave.
Yes.
At the end.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. Look, y'all remember that scene when Varys was over in Essos and Kinvara's sexy ass came up talking that shit? Mm-hmm. We have never seen Varys shook about anything ever,
and we never saw it again.
The minute she started talking what she had to talk, would you like to know what the voice that you heard in the flames that one time said? I could tell you if you want. And Varys was in complete distress, and the exact same thing happened here with Lanfear when she walked into that room. And they were, what was it? Silent as the shadows, or something from the shadows.
From the shadows.
Yeah, as soon as I saw her, I was like, yeah, that's a nope. That's like some random shit you hear in the middle of the night. You want to go check out what the strange sound is? Nah. Nope. Nope. That's what she makes me feel. What y'all think about that character?
There's a question for Lady D from Luna. You see that last one?
I do not have. I do not have the companion book. I have the first 3 books. My husband bought me the first 3 books. I'm still on book 1. So it's
Shout out to Avery for that.
It's me reading and being Brittany. So I'm like, because I'm like, well, what the hell is that? And then, I'm noting it because it's George has books for life. I can't just read things now. I have to read them and be like, okay, but what's really going on here? So
Well, like, and that is real talk, because when me and B first met, because we were doing Game of Thrones things, I don't remember the exact situation or how we linked up, but it happened, and it ended up being one of my most favoriteest things ever, because B, that's my sis. That's how many years we've been working together, and I love it. Yeah, and she's always the historian, which makes so much sense that she would be a brown Aja, because she's the one that got the knowledge, and if she doesn't have that knowledge that you're looking for, she will go and find that knowledge and then report back what she finds. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
I did this to annoy y'all with this is what I found.
Look, when I tell you that her and T Baby used to have me in some tinfoil theory, right? But that is why I named them the freaking conspiracy twins, because they will always get me, and we literally will be up to like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, y'all, talking shit. We got to go to work the next morning.
at work on WeChat, like, all right, y'all, I think I cracked the code. All right.
Like so many side quests that we had mapped out for the world of the Game of Thrones, and low key, like, they don't notice yet, but I do still have those notes, and I will be incorporating them in my Game of Thrones fan fiction whenever that gets written, just so y'all know.
I'm for it. Like, I would really like for House of the Dragon to come back, and I'd really love for Winds of Winter to come so that we can, like, get in.
Winter will come before Winds of Winter comes.
Me, like, written out that was just never recorded. Like, there was just an ungodly amount of research and ridiculousness that is around Game of Thrones, and I don't even want to touch it because I know it'll happen. I'll open it and then I'll end up right back in that.
You know what used to be in B's background when we did discussion streams? That huge ass interactive map of all the known bodies of Westeros. Everything pointed out. Whenever we were talking about a region or whatever happened in that region, B would literally turn around like, okay, look, here, let me show you where it's at.
That ain't lying, because it's over me. Over here. I was like the guy with like all the red threads, and he's like,
that was a real life meme for B. And look, this journey that we've been on in all of these fandoms is just awesome for me. I love the friends that I've made out here, especially B and Meeks, Heidi, Tanya, Nikki, Manaro, T Baby, all of the homies, And if y'all want to know who those folks are, hit the comment section and below, and you'll see all those links. And another one of my homies that I've have the pleasure of hanging out with, the Silver Sight. What's going on, RJ? Good to see you. Good to see you, bro.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. No. See, man, why you gotta come in here with feelings and stuff, man?
Not the feelings.
Hey, Kay, Lord Commander, I'm a thug in these streets. What's wrong with you?
You a thug in these streets talking about Game of Thrones and Wheel of Time.
I appreciate the love, Reggie, and I give it right back. Like, and y'all have seen Reggie on my channel before. If you don't know who he is, though, go check out his channel. His link is also down below, and see what the Silver Sight has to say. And also, I think one of the reasons that I talked to Reggie, I don't remember where or whose chat room we were in. That it was. It might have been Sharonda. I think it was Pay Her Way. It might have been Sharonda. And I caught his name. And the reason it stood out to me is because I am a big fan of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And my favorite episode is actually a triple episode. It's called The Silver Sight. And when I hit it up and we started talking, I said, did you like mean to have that be a reference to Are You Afraid of the Dark? And he was like, why, yes. and we've been friends ever since. Ever since. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, you know, numbers in this game has never been anything that I am on, but I love hanging out with my friends. I love talking this nerd stuff. And we always have such a good time together. And the people that watch us seem to have a good time watching us too. So I'm glad to be entertaining. It's freaking awesome. Right. See, and that's the thing. You know why that is? Because we're old.
God damn.
That's
Well,
basically it. That's basically it. Because, you know, it's been a while since Are You Afraid of the Dark? The original versions were on. There was a reboot a couple years ago, which it was a good little 3-4 miniseries episode. I liked it, but it wasn't like the original, and the original characters that were on there were really great. And if I can work it out, I think what I will do is maybe a watch along with Reggie, and we'll watch and take the Silver Sight episodes. I don't know, but we'll see if it works out. But for right now, a few decades. Yeah, it's been a while since that show's been on the air. For right now, I will say let's plug some things. This has been a great season, y'all. Actually, before this has been a really great season. So I will say, ladies, how many turns of the wheel out of 10 would you rate this finale? And also the numbers for the season overall. And chat room, all you guys that are still here with us, thank you again for coming on this late. And let me know your scores too. What y'all got on this?
I'm gonna say for the finale, I'm gonna give it a good 9. I really enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed seeing all the characters converge into one space. I enjoyed seeing Ishmael kind of get what he want, which is just to die. He was so pissed that he didn't die last time, that his ass was locked up, and he was like, "You're supposed to kill me." He was like, "No, bitch, locking you up, not killing you." And so he finally gets to die and have his reset. So he's super excited about that, so he can start again. And I just like seeing all these things together, and I like seeing Lanfair shooketh. Okay, I like seeing Egwene out and free, and she's about to be a menace for season 3. I know it. I feel it. I smell it in my bones.
Murders from Egwene.
And I need Nynaeve to step up her game. I needed her to put on her pants one leg at a time and tighten the belt, bitch. But seeing all of this and knowing that season 3 is on the way, I am super excited. So I'm giving that a 9. And for season 2 itself, I'm going to give that a 9 as well. I enjoyed it.
Facts.
I didn't like how they released it, but I enjoyed it. It was too much at once. It was all 3 episodes. And I was like, bitch, I have a job.
How you going to give us 3 out the gate? Come on, man. Right. Like, we got to go to work in the morning. Yo.
Shit to do. But yeah, those are my ratings. Yeah.
What you got coming up? You got some plugs? Oh wait, you know what? Actually, no. Let's get the scoring out the way.
I got shit.
Beat. Black Wilding. What you got?
Black Wilding. Okay. I used to be a thing too, y'all. If y'all didn't go watch the old.
No, what you mean used to be? It will never not be a thing.
It's still a thing. I just used to randomly scream Black Wilding
because
Black Wilding. All right. So I'm giving this. I'm in agreement with me. I'm giving the
welcome Nikki Shaw, also another new name to the chat. Appreciate you.
Whole season as a solid 9, right? I was looking forward to 10 for the season finale, but it wasn't. I got to give the season finale a 9, and the reason why I got to give the season finale a 9 is because of stupidity. Nynaeve, you are annoying me, and it sucks because I'm out here like Easter
rooting for you.
You know what I'm saying?
We're rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
We're all rooting for you, and you. You constantly failing. Additionally, I gotta say, I was quite annoyed with Nynaeve for not wanting to listen to Elaine when they first got to farm. It was like, you're just doing a bunch of dumb shit and you're not even paying attention. She's literally like, yo, we finna die out here if you act the way that you're acting. And she had sense. She is a royal. She is trained just like royals in the real life. I hope y'all know that the royals have security training. They've all gone through martial arts, whatever else, just in case they get kidnapped or whatever. They need to be able to get away and to get someplace safe. she understands that, so she knows how to move
Mhm.
full of snakes, and she's trying to explain to Nynaeve, this is how you can't, you're not in the Two Rivers, broad. You cannot just go in here and look, scream and scream. Like,
Come on.
like I don't know. And so I got to take away that point for Nynaeve being an idiot. And then I also have to, and I'm just, it is what it is. Rand, he's adorable and all that, y'all. But I'm tired of Egwene, okay? Every time he says the word Egwene, he sounds like this.
Egwene. Where's Egwene?
What is happening? Why are you always restless? You don't got no breath. I'm tired of it. Fix that thing. You know, if you get a half a point back from me, for sure. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. Egwene. I just thought that was stupid. Okay, so there's that. I also didn't like the fact that Hopper died. Call it Game of Thrones one-on-one werewolfery. I'm so tired of y'all giving everybody the
Stop killing our wolves.
I'm sick of it. So I did feel like, especially because I feel like Perrin has like all of these powers that are supposed to be associated with the wolf brother thing. I think it would have been cool to explore those powers with another wolf by his, so we could see what that is. I don't know what to do it now. Does he go back to the pack? Does he, what, do they send him messages from afar? Because remember, they were getting messages from him for months.
Do they send a replacement being like, I heard Hopper died? Did you need a new one? Did you?
Hopper died.
I think it's kind of like how, again, Twilight reference, forgive me, y'all. The only main thing with wolves right now. It's when Jacob had to run off with Renesmee. But when the battle was going on, and he's already miles away by this point, when Seth, and also especially when Leah dies, he feels that shit. So I think the pack and Elias, I think they already know that Hopper's dead now.
Yeah, they know. They knew he was, because they can see it, right? Remember?
Yeah.
And it's there's like, it looks like there's a separate plane of existence or something that they have, because Hopper, remember, and I was thinking this too. I was like, I wonder if Hopper was down for the fight because he lost his wife and he was just ready to be reunited.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good callback. Yeah.
I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to be with my mates. I don't know how that
even
works.
further makes sense that him and Perrin would connect, which just makes me even more mad that he's gone now.
He's gone, but I don't know. And then what else? What else can I say? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think those were the dumb things, I think. And then no, this is dumb.
Right?
Lanfear. So you mean to tell me that the whole plan was to take the seals, put them on a boat, and throw them in the ocean? And you so damn smart, you weren't smart enough to go in there as soon as Ishmael left the room and portal them damn things onto the boat like you portaled y'all asses to the farm? That's also dumb. So there's that. I just feel when I was like, this is stupid. Like, you let me do that. This is stupid. You can literally get hundreds of miles by doing this. You trying to tell me that you could not have waited for him to walk out that room and been like, cool, bust it. Like,
couldn't she have just thrown them in the waves too? Because the waves aren't the same way all the time, right?
Wait. How would she have gotten them to the waves though?
How she have gotten them into the waves?
Because you can't just open a passage to the waves anywhere.
No, but she can flickety flap them things close to it, and then she can be like,
okay, yep.
She just like transport herself to the gate and be like, cool, into the waves. Bop, like, and for all we know, maybe she can. She sure as hell portaled out the waves.
She showed up did.
Maybe you can portal.
Yes, she did.
Boy too. I don't know, but I think it's dumb for you to leave the things that are literally like the linchpin of your plan in like the clear
out in the open.
Out in the open, all plain to see.
Not to mention, like, and I'm just another thing with Lanfear. If you are the mistress of dreams, bruh, why couldn't you just go and, I don't know, wait for him to go to sleep? I'm putting him in timeout or whatever the hell.
I just deleted and blocked.
Oh my god, we got one.
Look. Again. Okay, see, I gotta bring it back though. Look, unless you are talking about the foots of the Lord of Fireflies, I don't want you check bots.
Wow, that's funny.
It's not even gonna be entertaining. without that. So yeah, stop it. Yeah, right. It's been a good long while since we've got those. Right, you know what, Peter? Right, for real. I wear that as a badge of honor. When they think it's okay to come bother you all the damn time, that means you're doing something right and your name is getting out there. So, I get it. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the boost.
Thank you for your vote of confidence. Pornhub or whatever you guys are promoting. But you just hopped on here. But yeah, I think that was stupid. I just think that realistically there were a few holes in the plot of the finale that I think could have closed up or just done a little bit better to get us to that 10. I also do think that, like, not for nothing, like, I'm not trying to be, I don't know what the guy's name is, but the dark-skinned man who was in the Children of the Light or whatever, and all y'all said
Loyal?
No, the white cloak dude.
Vern starts with a V. Vern is somebody.
Varen, wasn't it?
No. Varen is the Aes Sedai, the dope ass brown Aja. Ain't that the dope ass brown Aja?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Varen is the brown Aja. What the hell is his name?
Whatever his face is. Did y'all notice those scenes when they first get into the city and they're like cutting people?
Valda. I knew it was a V. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Valda.
Okay. Valda literally is walking through with the cloak over one of his arms and his hand like behind the people that are actually cutting people up. Did y'all notice that madness?
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid as well because literally something blew up in front of him and he was just like, on some like, what is this? What am I? So I don't know. It's things like that. And then
why is your plot armor that strong?
And then the Nynaeve and Elaine walking into the open courtyard. And I'm gonna get off my stupidity soapbox, but like that was idiotic. You can't tell me it's the middle of a fight. Y'all know that they're fighting, they're shooting things, and you're gonna go into an open area and just basically look
stand still,
like,
and have a conversation, not just stand still. Argue strategy.
You didn't even try to hug the wall and stand out of the line of fire. You were literally right there
in the middle, just walked in, and I just don't even. I really don't even understand why she got shot. She's not even she's dressed like a regular person. Like, why did y'all even shoot her? There's so many things, but I think overall the story is coming together. I like the season overall more than I like the last one. And if nothing else, this has inspired me to read the books, and that's where I am now, reading the books. And I think that's probably what it's all about. Like, I am so interested into this world now that I want to actually know about it, and I want to make it make sense because the show doesn't make sense to me at times. So that's what I'll say.
I feel that. Yeah, and I think I will second pretty much everything that was just said by the ladies. For the episode specifically, I think I'll go ahead and give it a strong 9.25 out of 10 weaves of the wheel. I think there was a lot more character growth with some of our characters to where they're out of their immature free life living Two Rivers mindsets, and they have seen the challenges of the world. They've experienced a bit of the world, and they're all now course correcting with what is best for them to go through. And again, like I was saying earlier, I think Egwene is my favorite storyline for the journey and growth that she had to go through. And I really like seeing that. I think Perrin and Loyal are probably my number 2 for the growth that they had to go to, because last time we saw them, neither one of them were thinking about picking up a sword or any kind of weapon at all or anything. They wanted to help in some way, but they didn't want to have to do the fighting and all that. And yeah, they both, I think, very quickly learned once the situation started happening, like, okay, yeah, nah, we can't do this. And next thing we know, Loyal, Brother Book, is in the fight, and he's tossing 5-6 motherfuckers at the same time back into the ocean because they on some nonsense. So I thought that was great. And we saw Perrin, he had some Padawan training, so he knows a little bit more now about how to control his wolf powers. And I hope we see more of that. Matt is now back in. The party has come back together. It was like in an episode of Stranger Things, when or everybody, the Scoops team, is all on their side quests and whatnot, or when they come together 9 times out of 10 when they're on the same agenda. they work better together and they work the best together. And I think we saw all of that here. So very happy with this episode. For the season as a whole, I think I'll leave that at 9 period Weaves of the Wheel, because everything that the ladies just said. There were good things, yes, and there were multiple things that needed to be improved, I think, or could have at least been done a better way. So I'm still looking forward to season 3 and what is going to happen. And again, like I said, on YouTube, if you are interested in reading these books, The Eye of the World is what is her name? Rose something? I don't remember, but the actress that plays Lady Moiraine, she narrates The Eye of the World.
Oh my gosh, Rosamund
Pike, I believe. Rosamund Pike. Yeah, and you can find that for free on YouTube right now. I've been listening, and it's actually pretty cool. So I think he had to drop out, or maybe this is malfunction. I don't know, but we're about to wrap up anyway. So thank you guys for coming through with us. I know B is going to have some theory vids coming up. There's a couple other shows that she's going to start covering as well. Links down below again. Meeks, what you got coming up? I know you have like all the things, but tell the folks a little bit of specifications of what's going on.
I'm still in the middle of Fringe, still on season 2.
Keep talking.
I am watching Moving. I have finished that reaction series, and it's all going to be up on Patreon. But on YouTube, I'm still posting it. I'm getting ready to start The Guest, which is a horror K-drama for the feels and the seasons and the spookies. I'm putting up Castlevania Nocturne, which is really good. And what else am I doing? Getting ready to watch Strong Girl that came out this weekend. We've got Spy Family. We're still on Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a lot of stuff. I'm behind. Oh yeah, Gen V. Gen V.
Yeah.
Gen V, yeah.
Night Cuzzo, see you Thursday.
I'm gonna finally interview the Vampire of the series. I watched the first 2 episodes when they came out like a year ago. Don't judge me. I loved it, but I was just so busy. But I now it's the spooky season, so I'm gonna finish it. So I gotta finish that. But yeah, that's all I have. That's it. Oh yeah, I am covering the fall of the House of Usher. Yes, I am.
Yes, yeah, and we might also. I think we were talking about maybe doing a thing for that with Heidi. So we'll see how that works out. B, what you got coming up, mate?
I have my Loki reaction video.
Oh yeah.
I have a video about Ouroboros coming out, who I think Ouroboros actually is and what's the deal with him coming out, and a couple other like random like small theories for Loki. I also have I want to do a Wheel of Time series that I've scripted out, so you'll get more videos on Wheel of Time that'll be more book based in between the shows, because I'm obviously having to catch up in between books. Awesome. And I'm also in school and I have a child, so
yay,
do it all.
Yes,
so let's go. Trying to like do all those things. I'm also going to do Gen V, of course, because dopeness. I'm going to also review the life of Ptolemy Gray and Strange Planet, because those are awesome. And then I'm going to, and I hope you guys are still. I've started watching The Boys. And so I will be doing late reaction and reviews on that, like first time watcher reactions on that.
Yeah. I got that episode 1 get you. How that episode 1 get you.
Watch the entire, listen to me. Who the hell wrote this with you? What? Literally the most disturbing thing I've ever freaking seen. That was like continuously disturbing. Like, I've seen some disturbing stuff, okay? I watch myself. I watch anime. I have seen some stuff. But yo, what am I dealing with here? Like,
wait, hold on. I came in on at the tail end. What show or movie are you talking about right now?
The Boys. I asked her about how she felt about episode 1.
Oh. Wait, episode 1, season 1 of The Boys?
Of The Boys, yes. She just started watching it.
The entire.
Wait, you think that was with?
Girl,
Doubles it.
You see me, I'm just excited.
Wait until you get to, what was it, season 3?
Nope. I'm not even telling you nothing. Question for you about this. Are you caught up on Gen V or are you putting that on pause? Okay.
Yes, no, I'm watching Gen V concurrently because I started watching Gen V not knowing that it was a boy. I was just, it was one of those late night things. I was like, oh, girl, ooh, blood powers, that's nasty. Let's talk about it. Ooh, my God. Gross. And it kept getting worse.
Are y'all trying to chat about Gen V?
I mean, listen, if we can squeeze it in somewhere, I am busy.
I mean, yeah, you are. That's what I'm asking. Like, Loki is the next one up, but we don't have to do Gen V concurrently at the same time.
That is true.
Can't do it, so we can do it after Loki.
That is true.
I can. I can do either.
I am.
I'm trying to grow my channel, and I really do need the content. So I'm here with you guys. Whatever you want to do, I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. As of, I want to say actually tomorrow, I think me, DJ, and Fandom will be covering Gen V. I'm pretty sure that's our Tuesday show, and then Thursday there's something else. I don't remember what it is right now, but
when are we doing Loki?
We'll definitely be starting next Tuesday. So we'll be doing episode 1 and 2 of Loki. Okay. Our discussion will be next Monday. And then after that, we should be caught up with all the episodes. I think what do they drop, like on Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Yeah, I think it's Thursday.
Thursday night. Wednesday night.
Thursday
night.
Thursday night. It was the same night as Wheel of Time.
Thursday night.
The first time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I remember because it's on the 5th.
Either way, yeah. We'll catch that episode, and then the Monday after is when we'll chat about it. So yeah, starting next week. We'll be in for Gen V, and Loki is starting. Wait, no. Damn it, the schedules. There's so much going on in October. Damn it, there's so much going on. Yeah, so we will figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think actually, Loki is what I was thinking about for Monday. Yeah, Gen V, we might do a thing. We'll have to figure that out. But I know for myself, on DJ and on DJ's channel, I'll be with him and Fandom talking about Gen V. I think Thursday, and then our Tuesday show will be Loki on DJ's channel. Link down below so you can find that very, very easy. And let's see, what else do I have coming up again? Like I said, 13 Days of Halloween. I've got that going down. It's going to start. Like, do you have your hand up because you have a thing to say?
Yeah, after. I'm just trying to. I have ADHD, so I have to hold it. No, go finish your thing. This is how I remember.
No, it's going to be a lot of things. No, trust me. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going to do animation, so not anime, but I'm going to do Crapopolis, Strange Planet, and Rick and Morty. So
okay,
join. I know you like Rick and Morty. I know you like Rick and Morty. I know you like Rick and Morty.
But see, that's why when she came in, I say, Professor Diligence, formerly known as Lady D of House 2, now known as Let Be Explain, because that is the new name of her channel. So you can go over there and also find some very, very awesome nerdy things and discussions. I'm looking forward to seeing what else she puts out because she did call a lot of the things from clues in the promos and whatnots for the season finale here of Wheel of Time, and a lot of them were right. Most of them were correct.
7 out of 10. I got a 70%. I got a D.
Yeah. Okay. That is a respectable passing grade. So, yes. All right. So my things coming up. 13 Days of Halloween. It likely could end up just being like the 10 or 11 days of Halloween, depending on how we can spread everything out. I will be on. Let's see what else. What do we have coming up? Drawbridge Media. You guys know them if you've been following us for a while. There's an awesome family of streamers and nerds that I'm very happy to be associated with Melissa, and Abby, we will be chatting about our favorite witches in different fandoms. I think we're going to actually do 2 streams for that, where it'll be witches in general, and then see you later, Corinne. Thank you. And then after that, we'll do a section of witches specific to Hogwarts, because it's a lot of them motherfuckers, so we couldn't put them in with everybody else because because of their sheer number, they would almost dominate a lot of our lists. So, and also we don't know who is gonna be on each other's lists, so it's gonna be a surprise for all of us when we start going through. The other part of Drawbridge Media are my boys, Ben and Luke. We're going to talk about a creepypasta story that you can find very easily here on YouTube. It's called My Property Is Not Normal, and is narrated by Mr. Creepypasta. He's a great narrator, and I think you guys would enjoy the story. It's creepy and spooky, yes, but it is also hilarious. So I encourage everyone to go and check that out, and then come back here. We're going to talk about it on one of our days for the spooky season. And with Tanya and Nikki, last year we did the Dream Warriors Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 discussion. So we're going to finish out the Nancy trilogy of the Elm Street saga. We'll say they're going to do Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 that I will be joining them with on their channel, and then Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which was like the wrap up for the Nancy trilogy on my channel during that time. And let's see, I think I'm gonna have something at some point with JD. Yeah, stay tuned for all that. Me and Meeks are gonna watch some creepy, scary movies together, and I was kind of almost lightweight trying to back out of that earlier off screen before we started. Like we could watch Dracula Dead and loving it.
No,
like that.
The goal is to go home and sleep with the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Y'all will see us probably in the very dim of light, just so you can actually see our reactions when we're watching.
I want to call off work.
She's gonna leave and go home.
I didn't sleep well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have all of my lights on if I go to sleep that night, and she probably will too. That's how that's gonna go. So we're scaring ourselves for your entertainment. I hope you enjoy. Let's see what else is going on. Me and Funda, we're gonna count down some of our favorite vampires in there. I believe with my little sisters, we're gonna talk about our favorite werewolves for the season. I may try to rope in some folks for like favorite Doctor Who monsters. If you know Doctor Who, like I know Doctor Who, there's some very creepy aliens that be on that show. So I think that would be very much fun. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Jesse, we're definitely at the end. So hit the rewatch and give us your thoughts in the comments also. Let's see what else. The homie Lav chat room wifey. I think me and her are going to talk about another creepypasta story that I am a big fan of, and one of the things that I am very, very excited for, myself and Nikki from 1000 Eyes of One. You guys know her. She's been here several times. We're in a writers group together, and I am a fan. Because I don't like myself, I go on Reddit no sleep a lot of times, and I read those creepy stories. And there's this thing that is a trend that is called 2-sentence horror stories. So I assigned all of our writers group a prompt that is a 2-sentence horror story to write a short story about, and they're going to narrate that for our creepy season. That's going to be like a tribute to Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think it's going to be great. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you like spooky things, come through, because we got a lot going on. And definitely check out Meeks, check out B, and Heidi also has some good things coming on. So definitely hit everybody up down below. You can find us real easy. Me, Fandom, and DJ will be on doing some things also. And Citadel of Trivia will have on my channel and on the Trivia channel at the same time. Halloween trivia. So come through. Appreciate y'all. You're awesome. Shut up, B. I haven't looked, but I know there's probably some randomness in the private chat. But that is it. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a time.
Bye.
I'm going to stop rambling. Go to bed. You got work in the morning.
I don't.